Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy BLAZEDxENFERNO, and you're listening to episode, I believe it's 58 of the Infernal Gaming Podcast, man. We're recording this episode 4/16, you know what I mean? So April 16th, dog. And we got a dope show here for you today. We have a really good show for y'all today. Because if you see from that title, yeah, we got after 4 months, technically almost 5 months, and not having a music podcast, we got a music podcast for y'all, man. If you're new to this show, just know you can listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. Links are in the description. Also, check out our personal links as well. Remember to rate the show 5 stars on Apple and Spotify. All right, man. Helps us out. So when you're done listening to the episode, or as you're listening to it right now, make sure you go hit them 5 stars, man. Show some love. You know what I mean? But like I said, we got a music podcast here for y'all today, man. I got the niggas with me. I got the niggas with me today, man. I got the niggas, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got the bull. We got the bull Warren up in this motherfucking residential Eminem hater.
Let's make you some money today.
And then we got my nigga Word Bird 93 up in this bitch. You know what I mean?
What's popping? Don't get
this
poppin'.
nigga holding a little pew pew blick right now and pointing at the camera.
Joke.
You got the same Joe in that bull. What's his name had? What the fuck that nigga? That one rapper nigga? Yeah, that old ass gun. I forget who the fuck it was. that old ass gun. I was like, what the fuck?
Don't tell me it was a rapper out here with a musket.
I forget who the fuck it was, man. But yeah, y'all, it's been a long time since we've done a fucking music podcast. So we got a little bit to talk about, but not really a lot, man. So it might be a real short show here today, man.
Not a lot because it's been a fucking drought. I mean, fuck, it's a dearth of shit that's come out today that's worthy of talking about, but we're gonna try.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we did get some shit that came out on Friday. That's right. But first, as y'all remember, if y'all did listen to the last motherfucking music podcast, which I do believe is like episode 49, 48, one of them two.
On the last time.
Yeah, man. We talked about our Grammy nominations and what we wanted to win and all that shit. So we want to briefly go over this Grammys list because, to be honest, we really didn't care to begin with, man. I really didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
So if you could tell the effort that we put in that podcast, oh man, at a certain point we just kind of mailed it in. When this nigga started talking about, you know what, Mary J. Blige should win because she make the sweet potatoes. That's when you know.
Say that.
I forgot all about that shit. That nigga was wild for that. That nigga was wild
a lot
for
of
that.
shit. I forget, man. Yeah,
that shit was so long ago. Anyway, this list don't got the dogs. I think the last one we recorded was like before, like if SZA's album came out on the 9th of December, we haven't recorded since then.
You want to talk about how I ate his bird? I mean, was Derek? What you should have done was create a narrative that we was beefing. That's why we didn't have a music podcast.
Damn, that would have been lit. I don't know why I didn't do that, Joe, man.
Man, fuck that nigga Derek, man.
Nah, we should have did that, man. Niggas love a good storyline, nigga. Like, I definitely like a good little storyline. That joint would have been popping.
And then just pop up out of nowhere. It's like, oh, them niggas all in the same podcast again. It's like, we got you niggas.
Yeah, man.
That shit would have got views, man. You know my problem with you, Warren? My problem with you, bruh? Like,
this nigga would have had all access to the Twitch and everything. He would have just been like talking greasy on us all up on the live. He's like, yeah, I don't fuck with them niggas no more. What do you mean? It's just me. It's just me and this music podcast shit now, dog.
I pulled up in the niggas there and it's like, gotcha, nigga. Gotcha, nigga. Yeah, let's go through this Grammy winners list real fast. So album of the year. What the fuck? That joint sound crazy. What the fuck?
I need a beer.
Album of the year. What the fuck was that, man? God damn.
You sound like E40 right now.
Yeah. Quaker oatmeal box.
You gotta act like a bad slab of ribs. I ain't nigga wanna have my kids.
Yo, somebody get this nigga, dog.
That man, a legend.
All right, so record of the year, surprisingly went to fucking Lizzo. I think I said that though.
Yeah,
I think I said it was going to go to Lizzo or Harry Styles, and it went to Lizzo, which was fucking wild. Like, I think I kind of wanted to go to Steve Lacy. Shout out that nigga. I forgot Beyonce was in for that joint too. Record of the year, man.
On some real though, like since the Grammys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That Harry Styles record goes. That shit is fire. I ain't gonna hold you.
I haven't listened to any of the new Harry Styles.
Damn, we gotta get this nigga off the podcast.
You gonna kick me off the hip hop podcast because I don't listen to Harry Styles? You wild, nigga.
No, we kicking this nigga the residential Eminem hater off the joint. Nigga don't like Eminem, but he like Harry Styles. What the hell? What the hell? But nah, man, Lizzo won that joint. Surprise, surprise. There's a lot of good joints that got nominated. Fucking Adele, Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, fucking Doja Cat, Steve Lacy, Kendrick Lamar for The Heart Part 5, which no. But about damn time got it by Lizzo. I wonder if there's like an agenda behind that or not. I don't know.
That's the Chinese, man. Okay, the TikTokers won.
Nah, man. Lizzo been irritating me lately, but that's another discussion for another day, man.
What we need to do is unpack that fat phobia.
Nah, man, she just got a motherfucking TikTok up the other day. She had a TikTok up the other day when she was like, I am the beauty standard. I was like, yo, who hurt this chick, dog? Like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Personally, Derek, I think you look at her and you see your ex and you're just kind of like, you know what, man?
Nah, man. I still love my big bitches, man, but god damn, bro, like you can't. No. You know what?
God damn, it's been a minute since I seen you niggas, so I'm coming in hot. Just left it at the rim, dog. I'm sorry.
Said I'm coming in hot.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, man. It's just something. I ain't got no fat phobia, man. It's just, my problem. You know what my problem with Lizzo is, like, real quick, because we're going off the rails with this one. My problem with Lizzo is this.
Let's go, hot take. Go ahead.
This is my problem with Lizzo, dog. It's like I'm all for like woman empowerment and like all that bullshit, but it's just like when you base your entire brand around that. It's just like, come on, man. It's like, come on, dog. Like, I don't want to get into it because it's like these conversations kind of go super left.
I wonder why.
On these podcasts. Now, I'll be wilding. Like a couple of podcasts ago, I went on this random ass rant about Andrew Tate and why I don't like that nigga. Like, nigga, we went from talking about video games to Andrew Tate. Like, the shit was crazy, dog. Like,
where can I find that? I want to see that.
Nah, it was wild. I'm gonna say you that, Joe. That was a good episode, man. But like on this one, I ain't trying to. It's just, the first time she did it was cool. I think I was done with her after that basketball game. Like, you got your whole ass out in this basketball game, trying to talk about some. Oh man, what you trying to say? Fat people can't wear this shit, but these other bitches can. It's like, bitch, you at a basketball game. There's kids there. You dumbass. Like, what the fuck?
Facts.
Like, what the fuck, man? You see Kim Kardashian pulling up with her ass out at fucking the basketball game? Like, what's up with you, bro? Like, you doing too much. You trying to push this wild ass agenda and you doing it the wrong way instead of just being sexy and confident and saying it maybe once or twice and then just moving on with your shit. Instead, you just want to keep, you like Logic with it. Like, oh, just remember I'm black and white like that nigga be. You know what I mean? It's just like, just remember I'm fat and beautiful, guys. I'm fat and beautiful. Like, bro, like, come on, man.
I would like to remind the audience that this is a music podcast. We just kind of got a little bit
Yeah,
derailed.
dog. Listen, I love my fat bitches, dog. I do. I love them, man. I love all of them. But like, god damn, dog. Like,
Yeah.
My man
if
struck
you
a nerve.
if you gotta remind me of that many times that you fat and beautiful, like, dog, like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Are you
Oh,
speaking
man.
facts, Derek? You speaking facts, man, because like my whole thing was like I think I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, and we was talking about like if you go to a different country, you go to McDonald's. Like say you come here, you get a McFlurry. McFlurry is like it's big. Like it's probably about like 5 inches, 6 inches, like the cup. You go to a different country, bro, that shit is like a piss cup. You know what I'm saying? Like the portions is different. In America, like you really are like obese and stuff like that. I ain't got no like love your body, you know, but don't promote like unhealthiness
Yeah.
and like you said, Derek, like pushing that on like don't use that as an excuse to do whatever the fuck you want. Like you're right, Derek. You don't shake your ass in front of little kids at a basketball game. People have got kicked out of basketball games for less. You know what I'm saying? I think was it Seven Streeter that got kicked out of a Sixers game for some reason? I forget what it was. But people
I remember that, but I forget.
Yeah. But moving on, my bad.
Yeah, no, I got something to tell y'all when we get off this podcast, man. We gonna get on a FaceTime call. You just reminded me of some shit, dog. We gonna talk about that later, nigga. Yeah, we gonna talk about that joint later. I got the tea, nigga.
Uh-oh.
All right, moving on, man. We got album of the year. Who won this joint? Was it Harry Styles?
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry Styles won for Harry's House. No surprise there, man. You know, right? That nigga had like a #1 song for like 30 something weeks or some shit. I don't know.
That shit goes, man. I'm telling you.
Song of the year went to Just Like That by Bonnie Wright.
Oh,
Bitch, I don't know, dog. Like, I don't know.
Bonnie Wright.
Right. I'm sorry.
Be riot.
Shit. And best new artist went to Samara Joy, which I've never heard of. Why is Lotto on there for like the fucking 5th year in a row, bro? Like what the
Best new artist?
like the bitch ain't new no more, dog. Like what the fuck?
They doing what they did with Billie Eilish.
Yeah, they wilding.
Doing that joint they did with Alicia Cara. Yeah, they can be behind on that. They
Best-
like
Carly Rae Jepsen. I mean Jepsen, whatever the fuck her name was. Yeah, Carly Rae Jepsen.
they like Phil in that regard, you know. A new artist to him is different.
Best pop solo performance went to Adele for Easy on Me. They had to give Adele something. They had to. Like, it's only right, man. It's only right. Best pop duo went to Sam Smith and Kim Petras for Unholy. That's a good song. I do like that song. And like all these other duos are kind of ass. I ain't gonna lie. You got Coldplay and BTS, which is just what
powerhouses, bro.
Yeah. You got fucking Post Malone and Doja Cat with I Like You. Camila Cabello and Ed Sheeran. I don't listen to that nigga. By Bam Bam, whatever that song is. Look, man, Unholy's a good song. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I thought you was about to say Chameleonaire for a second. I was about to say, nigga, come back.
Yeah, keep waiting on that, nigga. All right, and to no surprise, best traditional pop vocal went to fucking Higher by Michael I can never say this nigga's Bublé. I mean, listen, best pop vocal album went to Harry's House. That nigga cleaned up. Dance electronic album went to Break My Soul by Beyonce. I heard Beyonce cleaned up, so we can skip a lot of these.
She passed the record that night. I can't
remember. Yeah, she got best dance song and best dance album with Renaissance. Big shouts out to her. Rock album, best rock performance was Broken Horses by Brandy Carlisle. I don't know who the fuck that is. Let's get to the nigga shit. All right. We're gonna get to the R&B. Best R&B performance went to Money Long with Hours and Hours. That's good shit. Shout out to her. Shout out to her because she beat Beyonce and she beat Jasmine Sullivan. So that's good shit.
Everywhere, man.
Oh, good shit, man. Best traditional R&B song went to Plastic Off the Sofa by Beyonce. And she really did clean up because I don't know about that one. I think that joint should have went to Snow Allegra. I don't know about that joint, bro. I don't know about that one, dog. Best R&B song went to Cuff It by Beyonce, of course. You know what I mean? Is that a Beyonce song? Yeah, Beyonce. Yeah. Best progressive R&B album went to Gemini Rights by Steve Lacy. Shout out my nigga, man. He got one, dog. That's good shit. He got one, man. Best R&B album went to Black Radio 3 by Robert Glasper. Who the fuck is that?
Okay, we're not going to do this again. We did this already with Chris Brown, and we don't need to revisit this entire situation, Doc.
Yo, who the fuck is this nigga? I know who this nigga is.
Like, never heard. We even said his name when we was talking about the nominations. Like, I don't think that was there.
It's kind of like he's responsible for a lot of the sounds that you kind of hear in a lot of like classic R&B records. Like he's more of a background type of person and whatnot. So like him having his own like compilation situation is like probably different to put his name at the forefront. But he's very, very prominent in the R&B world, to say the least.
All right, I guess over fucking Mary J. Blige and Chris Breezy.
Many artists would benefit from having a Robert Glasper on their shit.
Okay, all right. Let's get into the rap because this is what we care about. We niggas. All right. Best rap performance went to The Heart Part 5 by Kendrick Lamar, which is wild. I do not like that song, dog. Pushing P was on there, bro. Like, free my nigga Thug, man. Like, Gunna free now, but like, and we're gonna talk about that later, man. But yeah, my nigga, like, what the fuck, man? You got Vegas. You got Vegas by Doja Cat, which is hot, which is heat. That's all heat. What did you say, Bird?
I was saying, did the Hulu joint come out yet? The joint about and fucking Gunna yet?
Nah, they got a joint.
Yeah, they got one going over all of it, like basically saying like, yeah, the cops is fucking tripping. You can't go after somebody because they put something in the song.
I gotta watch that joint.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that joint. Hell yeah. Yeah, by the way, Kendrick Lamar beat God Did, which is a great song. He beat Vegas by Doja Cat, which was one of my favorite songs of the year. Pushing P, which is just legendary, nigga. Like, what? Like, the whole world was pushing P last year, dog. This nigga Kendrick Lamar comes out with a little doo-wop motherfucking rap song. He's like, hey, you're sure. Bitch, I ain't trying to hear that shit, man.
Hold on. Let me, in the Heart Part 5's defense, and we're talking about rap performance here, and let's look at the video.
That's the worst one, by the way. All right, the Heart Part 3 is the shit, dog. The shit.
Okay, taking it away from the song itself, looking at it as a performance.
Oh man, dog.
I don't know, Warren. I don't know.
Listen, the deep fakes that were used and the lyrics that were kind of used in conjunction with the deep fakes and the story that was trying to be told, let alone the Marvin Gaye sample, I think it's deserving of it, okay? But Matt, that's just me. Hey, y'all can hate all you want, it's still one.
Listen, I got the same face as this nigga Bird, man. I got the same face.
I feel like, bro, if I'm being honest, I think Kendrick niggas went up to the people who like decide who wins and was like, remember that Macklemore shit, nigga?
They
are in debt to him forever for that one. Forever for that one. So yeah.
Real shit, man. That nigga got robbed. I ain't gonna lie, DJ Khaled got robbed, dog. You mean my man Jay-Z just rapped for 4 minutes for no reason?
Yep.
For no reason. Like, for no reason, dog. My man said, I could never beef with Meek. I free that nigga. I free that nigga from a whole bid. Like, yo, he did all that for what? Nigga, like, Did all that for what, nigga? Like, what the fuck?
You rap for 4 minutes for nothing.
Yo, real shit.
Oh, on the track. That's
Like, dog, I feel some type of way about that one, dog. Now the next one I was hype about, dog. That's melodic rap performance went to my nigga Future for Wait for You, my nigga. Oh my God, dog.
We said I think in the previous podcast that like this was about he is due to have a Grammy for this album in particular.
Yeah.
Like he's well deserving of a Grammy at this point in his career.
Best album of last year, man.
Took his time with it, put together a masterpiece.
Still listening to that joint, like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be in my top 5 albums if this year come the end of the year when we do a little Apple replay joint. Watch, it's gonna be in my top 5, dog. I listen to that album nonstop, dog. Nonstop. Yo, Warren, you should have came to the Future concert, dog. The shit was heat. Was heat. That nigga came out to 712 and everything. I was like, oh my God, man. Yo, shit was heat, dog. The shit was heat.
Yeah. I'm cool.
He didn't really have too much competition. He kind of did because Lotto with Big Energy, Die Hard, Kendrick Lamar, First Class by Jack Harlow, and Beautiful by Future and SZA on DJ Khaled's album. So he had a nice little bit of competition. Yeah. SZA going to clean up this year, though. I know SZA going to come next year. She going to clean the fuck up, man. We'll get to that later on. Best rap song went to, again, like I said, my man Jay-Z rapped for 4 minutes. For what reason, dog? Fucking The Heart Part 5 once again.
Now this I can't defend it for. As a performance, yes. As a song, no.
Okay, all right, Warren. I'm with. All right, I see what you're saying.
Okay. Like it's 2 different ways we need to assess it because like the performance itself, as an artistic piece, it's fantastic. The song, I was even on the last podcast, like, dog, Silent Hill is better than this. I thought Silent Hill should have been on in this category.
Yeah, they was on Kendrick Lamar's. They weren't even on his dick. They was on his cock, dog.
Someone had that gun to their necks, man. I'm telling you.
Oh shit, man. ain't no way this nigga beat Churchill Downs. He beat the Bull Aubrey and Jack Harlow. All right.
I can understand being Churchill Down. Churchill Down was not all that.
It wasn't, but Pushing P, nigga, you be Pushing P?
You know how I feel about that.
That's crazy, dog. He beat Wait For You by my boy Future and Drake. I knew they wasn't going to win for best rap song, like barely a rap song. But God did, man. Like God did, dog.
It probably should have gone to God did for that 4-minute Jay-Z verse alone.
Crazy, dog. And then best rap album went to fucking Mr. Morale in a fucking Big Dick Riders. You know what I mean? By Kendrick Lamar, man.
You're a mad hater. God damn.
No, that album was like mad mid, bro. Like it was mad mid, bro.
I'm still listening to that shit now.
Warren, we all talked about it when that shit came out, and we was saying like it's gonna be pressure on it because it's a Kendrick album. You know what I'm saying? And how like everybody's like, oh, let me dissect this. Oh my God, this is such a deep song, like all that shit. And it's like, I don't know about that.
It's crazy because on this album, the one thing I did like about it is that he actually says it all over the album. Like, yo, just basically let me be like a human being, a real artist, and make the music I want to make. You know what I mean? And do the things that I want to do. You know what I mean? Instead of putting me on this high ass bar, putting all this pressure on me, let me just drop a motherfucker. Like, and he did do that. He dropped an album, but we ain't gonna lie to you, and this shit was mid, bro. The shit was mid.
To me,
like,
listen to me.
There's like 3-4 good songs on that joint. Like in my eyes, I give it 5. I give it 5. 5 max. 5 max.
Much more
5
than that,
max.
all right.
All right, let me go through the track list real quick. Hold up. Yeah, let me see this joint. Hold up. Because I ain't listened to it. The only joint I listen to consistently is Father Time, because I love that song, dog. I love that song. I fucking love that song, dog. All right, let me see. N95, I like that.
Yep.
Father Time.
Die Hard was
I don't like
dope.
that joint. I don't like that joint. We Cry Together is good. Purple Heart is like my second favorite song on the album.
You didn't like Rich Spirit neither?
Yeah, I like Purple Hearts.
Nah, not really, dog. I like Count Me Out a little bit, but not enough to be like, yo, let me download this and put it on my playlist.
Love Count Me Out.
Silent Hills, of course, a banger. And like, honest to God, like that is it, dog. It stops right there.
You didn't like Savior?
Yeah, I did like that joint. I had to think about it real quick. I did like that joint.
Of the songs, let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs. And if you want to count
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6.
And if you want to count, and if you want to count the Heart Part 5, which was just added later on, 9.
No. Listen, dog. I'm all for. Listen, I've talked about this for years. We gotta stop putting like these rappers and like all this pressure on them and allow them to make music and do their thing. But I will not lie to you. Like this album was incredibly mid.
Listen,
Even if we're just letting a nigga do his motherfucking thing, man.
I'm not saying that this is a masterpiece, okay? And it is by far not his best work, but honestly, to me, it's better than Damn. It's better than, let me see. Well, I'll probably just put it better than Damn, maybe under to
It's crazy because I can't even say that. And I didn't even like Damn like that.
I thought Damn was was mid. I thought Damn was mid.
A commercial album. It was a commercial album. Yeah.
It literally it had nothing to do with just about anything, but like people put it like it's a Pulitzer Prize winning album for what?
Yeah, facts. I don't understand that, but I didn't really like Damn like that, but I wouldn't get. If we're talking about Kendrick's best albums, we in order from worst to best, we probably gonna go with this new joint. Damn. Section 80. Fucking, and this hurts me to say this, but Good Kid, Mad City.
No.
And then Light Years Ahead is fucking The Pimp a Butterfly. I love that album, dog. I love The Pimp a Butterfly, dog. I love that joint, bro.
What?
I love that joint, bro.
I know we got this shit for the sake of the topic that we picked, but nigga, come on, bro.
Hot take, man. Hot take.
Come on, bro.
To Pimp a Butterfly, dog. I love that album, dog. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Even Kendrick would disagree with you.
I know it hurts, dog. The shit hurts to even say that shit. Because I love Good Kid, Mad City. That's like a 12 out of 10 album to me.
Dog,
like
it is a masterpiece.
A 13?
It's a 12.5 out of 10. The Pimp a Butterfly just got it's got like a grip on me, dog. Like that album was so good. I know, man, but I love that album, dog. I love that album.
I can understand people's love for it, but artistically speaking, what is it that Good Kid, Mad City don't have? Crazy replay value, concepts, a story arc. It was a journey all the way through. It is. I don't use this word often when referring to any music that I listen to. There's classics, and then there's masterpieces. Good Kid, Mad City's in that category.
No, you're not lying.
Apparently, it's not better than The Heist, my nigga. That's all I'm saying.
That I will forever, like Macklemore gets residual hate because of that, even though it's not his fault. But my God,
and I feel so bad for his career, man.
Seriously, like they did.
He just dropped an album, I think. He just dropped some shit.
Nobody gives a fuck about Grammy Award-winning artist Macklemore. Okay.
The Heist was a hot album, though. I can't take that nigga.
It was to me, it wasn't a hip hop album. I listened to that shit. I was like, I don't get hip hop vibes from it.
Yeah, he just dropped Ben. He dropped Ben in fucking March 3rd of this year. Yeah, he just dropped the album. I knew I seen his name somewhere not too long ago.
It's because he took I don't know. It's weird because with Macklemore, it's like he took a bunch of different routes. Because I think I was talking to my girl about this like a few weeks ago. Like, The Heist was dope, but that was him and Ryan Lewis. Nobody really says Ryan Lewis's name like that. Then the albums that follow after Like, I think he had that one song with that one chick. I forget what it was. That it got like some praise and all that. And then after
With
that,
Kesha?
his album was basically like talking about Black Lives Matters before it was even a thing. And then that's when everybody was like, and we didn't hear nothing from him for the longest. So I kind of felt like that album might have been an apology to Black people for him beating Kendrick at the Grammys. That's what it felt
You
like.
talking
bro.
about This Unruly Mess I Made, that album?
Yeah. Yup.
Yeah.
You sure as hell made an unruly ass mess, my nigga. That's for goddamn show.
All he did was
Nah,
make
man.
fun
Shout out
of
my
me.
nigga Macklemore, because the heist was heat, dog. That joint was heat.
Don't say heat.
Nah, that joint was
Bro,
heat.
it had some. It had some.
It had some, but like, listen, like, in
He dropped
hindsight,
the album. He dropped the album in 2017 that was very critically acclaimed, the Gemini album.
Yeah.
Yeah, people love that joint.
Long ass break.
I feel as though he's gonna have his cult following, but like the core hip hop audience is never going to gravitate to him, and it's again not his fault. Well, I don't kind of partially his fault, but because of just who the core hip hop audience is. I'm not gonna go into detail about what that is.
Yeah, but he dropped the album in 2005, man. This nigga, how old is this nigga?
No, he been working. He's been working, but like, yeah.
That nigga 83. Holy shit. Yeah, that nigga was born in 83. That nigga fucking 40 years old. God damn, bro.
He was the oldest nigga in that freshman cover, wasn't
he? Yeah, well, that's wild. Oh, man. All right, let's get into these fucking albums, dog. We got a lot to talk about. Yeah, I mean, fuck the Grammys, dog. We don't care about that shit. Aubrey wasn't there, so, you know, we don't give a fuck. Hey. Boom, let's get in these albums, dog. SOS by SZA came out literally a couple days after the last music podcast. This is the album that if you are a nigga, and I'm giving y'all free game on this episode, you know what I mean? Free game. So if you don't get no bitches, you know what I mean, listen up, nigga. Start listening to this SZA album. Get around a little fine joint. Play this joint in the car, you know what I mean? Start singing the words of the song. Listen, she gonna suck your dick. She's gonna suck your dick, dog. Without a doubt. I tell bitches I like that SZA album. They're like, oh, like they be on my dick, bro. They be on my dick. So like, I'm trying to tell you, peep this SZA album, dog. And don't even do it for the bitches. Do it because it's a good album, dog. It's a good album. It's a good album. I mean, if you're a SZA fan, I'll give you a little background. I really didn't like Control like that. It just wasn't for me. I mean, I'm not a side bitch. So I don't. The music coming. The shit don't resonate.
In with the misogynistic ass album reviews, dog. This is nuts. Like, what kind of shit is this?
I'm not a side bitch. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know, yearning for a nigga attention that clearly got a woman or anything like that. You know what I mean? That's what Control resonated with, that type of woman. You know what I mean? SOS kind of does the same thing. I mean, you got songs like Kill Bill. I just want to kill my ex. Not the best idea. You know what I mean? You know, it's just she be wilding on this album, but it's good. It's very good, dog. It's very good. It's really good, dog. Like, I won't even lie. Like, I'll even go ahead and say SOS is like a 9 out of 10, dog. There's only like a select few songs on the project I really wasn't feeling like that. And it's like every time I do listen to it, I find a new song that I actually do like on it too. Like the Don Toliver song. We're gonna talk about. I didn't put his album on the list, but we're gonna talk about his album too, because he did come out with an album, Lovesick, this year. We're gonna talk a little bit about Don Toliver in a little bit. But that song is pretty good. Kill Bill is good, obviously. The opener track is really good. My favorite on the whole album, of course, if you know me, you probably know, is Low. Low is you could tell Travis Scott wrote it, produced it, did everything on that song, and said, okay, SZA, now you perform this. You know what I mean? Literally, you hear his ad libs in the background and everything, and it just sounds like a Travis Scott song all the way through. It's super fire. Snooze is a good song. Listen, play Snooze around a bitch. You're getting some coochie, dog. You're getting some coochie. Play Notice Me. You're getting some coochie. Smoking on my X-Pack. You're getting some coochie. Nobody gets me. Nobody gets me. You're definitely you're getting fucked, my boy. Make sure you do it, dog. You make sure. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, albums heat, dog. I'm going all 23 tracks. Like there's probably like 3-4 tracks I don't like.
What you doing right now is setting yourself up for a lawsuit. Because if niggas don't get no coochie, they're gonna be looking at you like, the fuck did you promise me, nigga?
Listen, dog. I guarantee it, nigga. I guarantee you getting some coochie fucking with this album, dog. Special. That's a good song. Shirt. I really don't like that song. That's the one song I don't like, but the women love Shirt. So play Shirt around them. You know what I mean? Good Days. That's an old ass song, but it's still heat. Yeah, man. Did y'all listen to it?
If you've listened to the Don Toliver album and still remain bitchless, you may be entitled to compensation.
Shit. No, we talking real shit, man. Please go listen to SOS by SZA, man. Wait, did y'all listen to it? Y'all got something to add to this?
Yeah, I mean, so I've been so busy like the start of 2023. So like, as far as music goes, it's like, yo, tell me something, I'll download it, I'ma peep it. I ain't been able to like have too much replay value, but when I listened to SZA's album, that shit was fire. I listened to it like twice in a row. I'm like, damn, this shit fire. Then I ain't really listened to it again like that. But that's just me. But I'm with it.
Okay. Residential Eminem hater, what do you got to say?
Nothing, because I told you, like, we should know this by now. I'm not the guy you turn to when it comes to like current R&B. I'm trying to do better. One of these days I'm gonna do better. Today's not that day.
Day's not that day. Day's not that day. Yeah, man. Like I said, I give it like a strong 9, dog. Strong. The only reason I wouldn't give it a 10 is because it's not like an album that I'm going back to like how like Future's album was for me last year, or like Her Loss was for me last year, which Her Loss is already kind of started to die out with me a little bit. Like I've already picked out the songs I really like and I'm still listening to, but as a full body, like I don't really listen to like the full body anymore. But that's the only thing that's stopping me from giving it like a 10 out of 10, honest to guys, that I'm not, that album came out in December. I'm just listening to the songs that I like on it, like Low, Kill Bill, all those songs. I'm listening to those, but I'm not just like, yo, let me play this album, and let it play while I'm driving and shit. But this next album we about to talk to is exactly that. And that is Heroes versus Villains by Metro Boomin. Want some more, nigga. You know what I mean? Listen. Can we put this as a nominee for album of the year for this year because it came out in like December? Because I ain't gonna lie, dog. Like this is like my favorite album right now, dog. And yeah, bro, it's very good. And listen, I recommend you listening to it from top to bottom. Like don't skip around, don't move, because the way the music works is it literally flows into like the next track.
Yeah, I noticed that from the beginning when that is something I do remember from Metro projects, that he always likes to blend the tracks. It's kind of like an audio crossfade. Where kind of this track blends. It's kind of like I remember with what was it? Not All Heroes Wear Capes, where he went from 10 a.m. to Overdue, and from Overdue to Don't Come Outside, and just kind of it all flowed into one into the other.
Yeah, man, he does more of that on this album. I hear a lot of people critiquing it because he kind of played it safe. He went with his regular crew of niggas, but he threw in like two people that kind of like he threw in two people. He threw in Don Toliver, and he threw ASAP on this album. Now Don Toliver's literally all over the album. Don Toliver's got like I think like 2 songs by himself. really on the whole album, dog. And I'm not gonna lie, like I've always been like iffy with Don Toliver. Like like I said, we'll talk about his album a little later, his solo project that he came out with. He's always been like iffy to me because he's like a Travis Scott, but he's like not a Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have that same energy nor vibe that like a Travis Scott is going to give you, but he can produce it. Like, you know, he had the hottest song in like 2020 with that Lemonade song off their juice. Codeine got me tripping. You know what I mean? Like, that was a hot ass song that year, dog. I mean, and he was the one that kind of made that song as hot as it was. But I'm gonna tell y'all, man, this album is heat, dog. He's got 21 Savage on it, of course, Future, of course. Chris Brown, we skip that verse every time. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just like the way his verse started up on that joint, the little Jay-Z sample, the Dark Knight villain, gotta be a hero, whatever the fuck he says, man. That shit was kind of hot. Yeah, the album fire, bro. The album's fire. Like, what is it? I gotta pull up the track list because I don't know the song. Like, the crazy thing is, like, I listen to it so much, but I listen to it like I just let it play. So it's like I don't really like sit there and be like, oh, I want to hear specifically this song.
Metro Spider is probably the best one on there, in my opinion.
That's my shit, dog. That's my shit, man. Listen, dog. Listen, hold up. These niggas got me started. So you got Superhero, that's heat.
Yeah.
Too Many Nights is again a Don Toliver song that he goes crazy on. Raindrops is a Travis Scott solo, does really good on. Umbrella is a young Nudie and 21 Savage joint that's pretty heat. Trance is like one of the hits on the album with who's on that? Travis Scott and Young Thug is on that joint. That shit's heat. Around Me is probably my favorite song on the album, dog. Don Toliver ripped that joint. He ripped that joint. But then it goes into Metro Spider, and it's like, damn, yeah, that's the best. That's the best song on the album. That boy Young Thug snapped on that joint. At first, he wasn't making no sense. You're like, why is he rapping like this? What the fuck is going on, bro? And then that nigga, he was like, I was living my life on a yacht. I told that bitch suck my cock. I was like, damn, that's my nigga, dog. Free Young Thug. You got Creeping, which is the I don't wanna know.
Yeah.
If you're creeping. But yo, listen, The Weeknd tore that joint the fuck up, dog. Like, he tore that joint the fuck up. Like, Niagara Falls is a good joint. Walk 'Em Down is a good joint. Lock on Me is a good joint. Hot Take Incoming. Feel the Fire. R.I.P. the motherfucking Takeoff. But that song is booty cheeks, dog. I hate that joint. I hate that song, dog. I hate it. And then All the Money is just all right, man. Like, Gunna's a snitch, so I mean,
I think our perspectives on this album can be a good jump off point into talking about like the compilation albums and the right way to do it, and the traditional way that's kind of become outdated when other art producers, DJs, and everything do it. Okay, so with somebody like Metro Boomin, I think the fuck is that?
What?
I just heard a vibration, but never mind.
He said, "The fuck is that?" Yo,
what was it? The way.
Go ahead, man. I gotta mute myself.
So the way Metro kind of goes about with his compilations albums, you can see that it's truly his identity that's coming forth in the production as well as the artist and how things kind of blend together. We've had conversations in regards to like people like DJ Khaled and much more recently DJ Drama whenever they have their compilation pieces and when they come out, how exactly are they constructing it? We're so used to that, like at least in DJ Drama's sense, whenever he's on a Gangsta Grills mixtape, we're so used to the music being presented in such a way that's raw, unfiltered, and street. But whenever he gets into album mode, I say use scare quotes when I say that, it kind of comes off as polished, forced, and you're kind of following the same formula that you see in DJ Khaled does.
Mm-hmm.
And I every now and again I think about it, where the compilation album at one point when DJ Khaled first came out, when we talking about, Listen, We the Best, We Global, it used to be catered to a much more of a street audience. But as things kind of like, as soon as he shot up in popularity, it's almost like a Pitbull effect, where it's like, now I'm crossed over and now I'm much more of a pop act. So now my aim is mass appeal. So instead of trying to make the same records of the quality that it once did before, it's now like, okay, I'm just throwing people together just to make hit records because I have Rihanna on a song and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting
big facts.
Yeah, Justin Bieber and everything like that. Like, I'm just putting names together because algorithmically speaking, that's going to drive attention and so on. Like, you look at DJ Khaled track list and you're like, oh my gosh, these look like fantastic names to have on a song, but the quality of the music itself just is lackluster, at least from a perspective of someone who's used to a street perspective.
Yeah.
When it comes to
hold on, my bad, Warren. But I told y'all niggas, after him and Ace Hood went separate ways, DJ Khaled albums just wasn't the same no more for some reason. Like, Ace Hood took the hood with him. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Bird definitely said that shit before.
Yeah.
He's not capping.
Like, as Warren said that shit, I was thinking, I'm like, damn, all his music, brown paper bag, you know what I'm saying?
Gone. Not the same.
Out here grinding, shit like that is just, it's just not. Body emotion. Like, no, it's not the same.
Yeah, that's what that to me is what has been the downfall of DJ Khaled. Probably like the past two, I would say his past two, 3 albums. If I'm being honest, like they've lacked that like authenticity. Like it just feels like you're using these big names to push. Like, look who I got on the song, but they have like literally no like Future can have chemistry with anybody, right? But why the fuck do SZA and Future have a song together? Like why? Like, it's a good song, and like I said, Future can really have chemistry with anybody. He's just nice like that. But like, I don't be getting that one sometimes, and it just seems like he just, like I said, uses these big names, get this reaction like, wow, I got Cardi B, I got this person, I got Jay-Z and Nas on it. It's just like, but where's the authenticity? Where's the energy, the vibe, man? Like, we never gonna get a what's that joint? What's that joint? I can't think of. Well, yeah, something like that. We ain't never gonna get like a I'm on one, or what's the other joint? On that same album.
It's scheming.
Nah, on that same album. The joint with Plies, it's got Plies, Ross, and Wayne on it.
Out Here Grinding? Yeah, that's Out Here Grinding.
Is that Out Here Grinding?
Yeah. Because I remember Plies, he was acting like he was behind bars and shit like that, and Rick Ross started off the song.
They also had Boosie on that song too.
No, it's Welcome to My Hood. Welcome to My Hood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, we ain't never gonna get shit like that again, dog. It's crazy because his album after that, it's like he really showcased that. It's like, I could put all these weird groups of niggas together and make it work, but it just like, after that, it was just all about star power. Like, the shit was weird, man.
Just feel like a bunch of niggas with money.
Yeah.
Shit to make money. That's what it feel like.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, Chris Brown, Wale, Wiz Khalifa, and Ace Hood on a song together. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, but it was heat. The shit was heat, man. Like,
and similarly enough, you see it kind of the same way. And the thing about it is, you wouldn't expect it from this source, but whenever you see a DJ drama album, it's kind of almost seems like it's kind of going along the same way. It's just not as poppy. Yeah, it's like. It doesn't give me the same Gangsta Grillz feel than it does when he's like making individual mixtapes with these artists. But when he throws them all together on shit, it just does not hit. As for someone who brands himself quality street music, this doesn't even sound like street music. It sounds forced a lot of times.
Yeah. The first quality street music was great. Like I said, man, I'm a hater all the time. All of the ones after that is just like, okay, he put artist that's current and out right now. Like when he had one album, it was like Little Baby on every single track. I'm like, bro, calm down. Calm down.
You know
You don't got Little Baby on everything.
You know the reason why the first Quality Street Music was actually pretty good? Because it was a compilation of stuff that he had on mixtapes. It really wasn't him in the studio with these people trying to formulate the album. He really just picked pieces from his mixtapes and threw them together. So it kind of had that feel because we all love the mixtapes.
Mm-hmm.
With everything afterward, now he's like in Khaled mode where he's like, all right, here are some beats. Let me get these artists together and kind of throw them together. And it just never really worked.
So this random as hell. I'm looking at DJ Khaled's albums, and on We the Best, I had no idea that New York with like Ja Rule, Jadakiss, and Fat Joe was his song. I had no idea.
Here's the thing. It's a different New York. It's a different one.
Really?
You hear it. Yeah, you hear it. It's not like the one you're thinking of. It's really not. I'm surprised. Those guys have another song called New York. It sounds completely different, and it's totally unrelated to that song.
Is it bad? Because I feel like it'd be bad.
Yeah, it is bad. It's bad. I do not like it. Yeah.
DJ Khaled was a part of the Terror Squad, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All makes sense.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, what was I gonna say, man? DJ Drama's joint, man. Like, if we gonna talk about that album in a second, you know what I mean? He really only got like two good albums. Like when I really think about Quality Street Music, I like that joint.
Yeah.
I like Gangsta Grills, the album, of course. That third Power joint was hot too. And then Quality Street Music too. And that's I didn't even really like Quality Street Music too. I really just like the intro now that I think about it.
Honestly speaking, we don't, and I think Drama even knows it himself, we don't value him for his album output, okay? At this point, I don't know why he does it. For like it's not like he has anything to prove or anything like that. Like he seems to be doing well as far as like being an executive and promoting artists like Uzi and Jack Harlow and whatnot. So it's like I've never revered DJ Drama at any point in his career for his ability to produce an album. I've revered him for his ability to to produce mixtapes with certain artists. Just him and that artist and putting together just straight up fire that has lasted for over a decade and is having a resurgence now at this point in his career. And he's still going. Why don't he just stick to that? And then he'd be fine. Instead of us having to critique how he's able to put together an album of various different artists. Like we've seen it already. Look, Call Me If You Get Lost won a Grammy.
Yeah.
It obviously still has some staying power. His ability to kind of like work with artists and produce music is still there. It's just that we don't need a compilation from him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even that. I think his combinations are just fucking odd, bro. Like, it's like, he's got, hold on, I'm going to tell you the exact song, dog. He's got a song, I know fucking Fabulous is on it. I'm like, bro, it's 2023, nigga. Like, I'm not trying to hear that nigga, dog. Like,
You disrespectful.
I'm not trying to hear that nigga, bro. Like, I ain't trying to hear that nigga.
You disrespectful as fuck.
It's fucking 2023. You got Fabulous still trying to rap, nigga. Like, yo, what the fuck is up with you,
this
man?
Nigga is wilding right now.
Fabulous fire, bro.
God damn. Why are you hating on man?
It's the song Forever. Yeah, Forever. Oddly enough, it's got Benny the Butcher, Jim Jones, and another nigga on there.
Jim Jones. All right, you can say that about Jim Jones. You can't say that about Fabo.
Oh,
Jim Jones, though.
It's 2023, man. Jim Jones still go hard in 2023. I'm not listening to no Fab in 2023, nigga.
You wow.
I'm not listening to that nigga, dog. I ain't listening to that nigga since Summertime Shootout 3, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not listening to that nigga, dog.
Listen. For now, we apologize to our New York contingency audience. Derek's opinions are not reflective of what we think.
I will say though, Derek is.
Oh, it's 2023. Like, who the fuck trying to listen to this nigga, bro?
You can say that many people would say the same thing about Jadakiss, but we still want to hear him.
It's my nigga.
I listen to Jadakiss. But I don't know about no Fab, dog. I ain't listened to Fab since 2014, dog. Like, and I think I forced myself to do that, John, too. Like, that's the craziest part, man.
Like you had to force yourself to listen to those Gucci mixtapes when he was in prison.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm not having a good time with that, John, man. I ain't gonna lie. But
you're right about these combinations, bro, because like he got a song with Wiz Khalifa and T.I. That's an odd combination. Like,
yeah, it was a trash song too. I did not like. It was weird. It was so weird. Like,
it was like it's just like he hit these niggas up, like, yo, you niggas want to do a song together, like, you know, just like what the fuck, like.
I feel like T.I. and Wiz Khalifa, they'd be like, "What's up, man? Not much." Like, what do they talk about? And that would end like right there. Like, what the fuck they gonna talk about?
None much.
No, I don't see anything.
He got trouble and Boosie on a song together. Like, what the fuck is going on here, man?
Oh my god.
The Mozzie song made me mad as shit because that had the opportunity to be a lot better than it was. Same thing with the Lil Baby song. I thought like Lil Baby carried so fucking hard on that joint. Like, if you ain't drop A Boogie's verse off that joint, man, like, nobody trying to hear that shit.
All right, let's segue because we're kind of holding on to this one a little bit too long.
Yeah. So Heroes and Villains I like it. How y'all feel about the joint?
It was fire. I like it.
I'm gonna peep soon.
Yeah, definitely peep it, man. Listen to Metro Spider. That shit gonna change your life. All right, Warren, this one's up for you, man. Herbert by Ab Soul. Me and Russell did not listen to this joint, so it's all you, bro.
I'm not going to be long on this. I will say that coming into the album, we were saying this, that like it had to have, because of such a long delay when it comes to any music from Ab, that it had to hit. Like if it was anything less than exceptional, we weren't accepting any sort of mid from an artist like Ab Soul, because it was just so long in the delay of actually hearing anything from him that like, if this doesn't go, then what the fuck are we even listening to this guy anymore for? And he did not disappoint with this album. It was unfortunate it came out so late, because I would have thrown it in that, like, you know, album of the year category, because it was just that good. It was one of those albums that when you listen to it, I was like, I didn't want it to end. That's how good of an album it was. I can like pull up. Let me see if I can pull up the track list.
So you saying he the hip hop Frank Ocean?
Yo, he ain't got no motherfucking Kendrick on this joint.
No. What's it? Listen. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs saved from the album.
Okay.
Yes. What's it?
Holland
Days, Good Man, Do Better, Wild Tide with Janae Aiko. Oh, go off with Russ and Big Sean. Both of them had solid verses. Fallacy, It Be Like That, Gotta Rap. It is a fantastic, well put together. And listen, at this point right now, it's less about Ab Soul and more about TDE and their production when it comes to albums. All they do is produce quality. And sure, the albums may take forever. Like, they're not going to give you an annual album roll out and everything like that, because they care about the craft. So when you see that these artists aren't... Listen, J-Rock hasn't dropped anything since, Redemption in like 2018. And I'm okay with that. Why? Because I know when that time comes when he does drop, it's going to be fire. Take your time. That's artist development right there. And they put that towards Ab Soul. And if this is what we're going to get anytime he drops, then by all means, take your time. That is how you develop an artist. I wish you could say the same thing about Schoolboy Q, though. Schoolboy Q albums aren't bad, but none of his albums, I would say, has ever hit. Maybe Habits and Contradictions, but none of his albums to me have hit this level of quality.
Yeah, Crash was horrible, dog. Crash Talk, that joint was horrible, bro.
It wasn't horrible, just again, with a brand like TDE, you got SZA on that shit, dog. Anytime SZA drops, it's like bang. Anytime Kendrick drops, bang. Redemption dropped unexpectedly, bang. It's like this. All they are for the video game listeners out there. They are the From Software of record labels, okay? They put out something and it's gonna hit.
You telling me they dropped Elden Ring 5 times? God damn. Damn, yeah, because Crash wasn't it, dog.
Mm.
Crash wasn't it. Like, I feel bad for Schoolboy Q too, because he nice. Like Habits and Contradictions, that shit was heat.
Oxymoron was pretty dope too as
Oxymoron
well.
was fire. And I know people like Blank Face. I never like loved it, but I thought it was dope. I thought it was dope.
I don't think for me at least, none of his albums were trash to me. It's just like good, and okay. But like they've never hit that height of like critical acclaim that I would think of when I think of the Absol album or Redemption. Again, low key, Redemption is one of the best albums I've listened to in the past half decade. So
Redemption fire, bro.
It's crazy.
Is that
fire.
the J-Rock joint?
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to J-Rock.
Rotation
112, yeah.
That was really a redemption for that nigga too. That's the craziest part. Because J-Rock been out for a very long time, dog.
Mm.
He's been out for a grip, man. That nigga's been out for a long time.
Yeah.
I remember he had a song with Wayne back in the day, like way back in the way.
And that song is fire too. I still got that and still listen to it.
Yeah, that's my shit, man.
Yeah. But like, it's been a minute since like you never necessarily heard anything like in totality that kind of matched what he did with Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
So like again, but bringing it back to Absol and whatnot, I highly implore anybody to listen to the album and just kind of sit down with it. It is a good album from top to bottom. What I would give it probably like solid 8.5. 8.5 out of 10.
That's good job. That's a good job, man. Coke Boy 6. How y'all feeling about Coke Boy 6, man?
This is DJ Drama doing what he does best.
I'm assuming you really like this joint.
I liked it. It's kind of, it was what I was sort of Here's the thing. I haven't listened to anything French Montana related that made me go, oh yeah, this is pleasant to listen to. So this was kind of like, I don't want to say a breath of fresh air. I mean, maybe it's because I was hearing like Chinks' voice for like after a while. That's like, you know what, man? It gave you that restoring the feeling kind of feel to it, you know? New York for real.
Yeah, man, but like, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, there was a time when my boy was really on top, dog. Like,
French Montana.
Define on top.
Mr. 16 was heat, dog. That was my shit. Lockout, that joint was heat.
Yeah.
Coke Boys 3, that joint was fire.
You're right.
Mac and Cheese 3. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
He got songs on that album that still get playtime in the club to this day. Like, he's still eating off that joint.
Let me tell a story real quick. Yo, Derek, you remember that time when you was back dating one of your exes and we was walking down the street? Some dudes was trying to talk to him. Derek basically went up to them and was like, hey, yo, don't talk to my girl. These niggas come around the corner, see us at a 7-Eleven in an all red Escalade playing, ain't worried about nothing. Nigga ain't worried about nothing. White boys. Bro, that shit was...
Damn, that's how you know I'm old, because I don't even remember that joint.
I definitely remember that shit, bro.
That's funny.
Was this when you was living at the old crib?
This when I was living in Westchester.
Oh, the luxury joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was you, me, Shay, and Asia. And I think maybe Kailas was with us. It was somebody else.
I do remember that. I think Tan was there.
Maybe it was Tan, but it was definitely two white dudes trying to talk to him. And then you was like, hey, yo. And then they just pulled around. Ain't worried about nothing. Nigga, extra emphasis on that nigga for the white boys. Nigga ain't worried about nothing.
That shit was wild.
The need to say something.
Yeah, man.
That's the shit French Montana was doing to niggas, man.
Yeah, real shit. He's making niggas, because they got amnesia apparently. I mean, I'm just saying. Nah, but I like this joint, but hear me out, bro. I think this album would have been a lot better if fucking French Montana wasn't on this joint. Like, it's crazy.
God damn.
Because that joint with Vori hard as shit. The Project Baby joint. I was like, damn, this joint heat. And then here come French Montana, dumbass, on the fucking song, bro. I was mad as shit. Then you got the chit chat joint. I like that joint.
I like that, yeah.
But fucking French Montana just ruined it. He come on that joint. I ain't with the chit chat. Like, oh man, come on, bro. Like, I don't know. The joint would have just been a little better if he wasn't on that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
He everywhere.
The Can't Stop, Won't Stop joint was heat. That's the only song I actually like him on. Yeah, the joint was fire, dog. Like it's not like stupid fire. Like I give it like a 7 out of 10. I give it like a 6.5 out of 10.
I ain't mad at that.
Cause like French Montana ruined that joint, bro. He should just kept his dumb ass off that joint, man.
Jesus Christ, why are you hating on a man so hard?
I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. Die in the Streets was heat. And I was glad he wasn't on that fucking song, bro. The RZA joint was hard too with Benny the Butcher and shit. That shit was hot too. He was actually pretty good on it. Like I said, he got a couple songs on there where I was like, all right, I can tolerate this nigga.
Oh, it's like the intro track practically.
Oh yeah. He was nice on that joint. Yeah, I'll give it a 6.5. I mean, you ain't listening to this joint, did you, Bird?
Nah.
Yeah. And what about you, Warren? What you give it? What you rate it?
Oh, 6.5 isn't bad either. So it's a kind of a compilation because he was like throwing it together different artists featuring French Montana, of course.
Yeah, he had random niggas on there I never heard of. Like, what's that one song? It's called Get Even. Track number 28. That joint hard as shit. But who the fuck are those niggas? It's like he just found niggas like on the streets of New York. He was like, yo, you want to be on my Coke Boys joint? Like, it was like, all right. Eh.
It's better than like drill artists for sure. So like,
I didn't know Chinese Kitty was on the fucking Coke Boys neither. Like, how many Coke Boys is there, man? I thought there was 4 niggas. Now it's like 8 niggas, dog. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. All right, let's move on, man. We're gonna let Warren take over again with this next joint. Little Yachty. We gotta call him by that now after this album, man. Cause he done crossed over. He did his little Tyler the Creator joint on this album. I tried to listen to it. Why I say this little Tyler the Creator shit is I couldn't get with it. I could not get jiggy with it. I'm not there no more, dog. Like you can't be doing the weird shit no more. Like with all the extra instruments and just shit going on. I like that song Pretty, but other than that, like I have no comment on the album. Like this ain't for me. Just like Igor wasn't for me. Igor was just it's a weird out there album, and it was a lot of conceptual shit. And I'm cool. So I'm gonna let Warren have his joint.
I was like, I gravitated a little bit to this because it's like I have that ear for like, you know, old school R&B type sounds towards it. And that's kind of what this album sort of gave you. Like this, like I was saying in pre-pro, like this is his rebirth. This is his 808s. You go in there with the expectation that it's going to be him rapping on things, right? And you get maybe I'm trying to remember, not so much of that, but like the overall production of this album is fantastic. It is a great album. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like I was thoroughly, it's one of those things where it's like because you have such low expectations that when anything that exceeds that is mind blowing. I probably only saved one song because like I just loved how it sounded. Drive Me Crazy is my shit. But other than that, like it's still a thoroughly enjoyable listen. I would give it maybe a 7.5 out of 10.
Wow.
I would implore anybody to listen to. Honestly,
I was thinking he was gonna go higher than that.
Listen, don't listen to me. Listen to probably Questlove's review on the album. After I saw how he reviewed it, and he was thoroughly surprised by how this album sounded, it allowed me to give it a chance, and I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Oh, the track listing just is weird, man. You got Failure with a smiley face and a happy face, like. My man putting emojis on the motherfucking the song titles now. Like, what the fuck?
It's overall it may look weird even from the album cover because if you look closely at the faces, they're distorted and whatnot. But
yeah,
It is a good album to listen to. And again, right under, if you look at the album and right under the genre that it's associated with, it's alternative.
Yeah, it's an alternative album.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Look at it through that lens.
Oh, this Drive Me Crazy joint is kind of nice. All right, okay, all right. Yeah, I'm just ain't gonna lie. Like I heard he tapped all the right people on the shoulder for this joint too. He got like what's his name? DeMarco on that joint, Mac DeMarco. He got I think he tapped Steve Lacy, Sid. He hit a bunch of people up to do this album. He had a lot of background production for this joint. So I heard he had like Tizo Takedown on there. He had a lot of different people. Like he tapped the right people for this album. So I give him that. He really pulled like an Igor.
It's in that particular vein, and I would listen. Just give it a shot. Just give it a listen. A one-time listen through. You might not save anything, but it's a pleasant thing to listen here. It's pleasant. It's pleasant listening.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna give it a try, man. Now we got something I know Bird probably did listen to. Bird don't be listening to no music apparently. I don't know what the fuck he be doing.
I got a family now, man.
we got Mad by ESTG, man. Y'all listen to that, John?
Yes.
Cause I didn't. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All Like Me Too is like my favorite rap song right now. I ain't gonna hold. That's my shit.
Doug, I think ESTG might be my favorite artist right now.
Bro, the shit. What was that one line? I think it was either Ball Like Me Too or it was probably Blow Up. But he said like she put her head down and go for it like it's 4th and inches. I was like, God damn. That shit was hard, bro. But I agree with you. I feel like he might be my favorite hip hop artist right now.
Yeah, right now, like for me, he's not missing right now. I'm telling, like all I need right now is like if this guy got a Gangsta Grills, I'm like it's over. It's over for me at this point. Like,
Hot Boys with Fire too with Boosie.
Oh, I did listen to this joint because I like that Pray You Die in Surgery joint. That's some wild shit to say now I think about
That's
it.
What I said. The name of the first song, I was like, bruh, that's a crazy ass title.
Yeah, this listen, man, he different. Like you listen to this nigga, and you're like, oh yeah, he did every single thing he's talking about. Like this nigga uses so much detail that I'm just like, you know what, man, this thing ain't talking about no vague shit right now. Like I'm worried a little bit.
Damn.
What you need to do is listen to him do a genius breakdown of one of his songs. It is hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, it is fucking hilarious.
Send me that, John. It was funny too because I thought I was about to be mad because he got a song on there called 25-minute freestyle. I was about to be mad as fuck. That bitch was 25 minutes, bro.
Like,
what song did he break down?
I can't remember exactly. None of the songs from any of these recent albums. I will give you that. I'm gonna go find it and I'm gonna send it to y'all.
All right. Yeah, because I like Bull. I like Bull. I don't know why I passed this album. I don't know why, to be honest.
You were the one that put it in the chat too.
I know. This joint, yeah, I'm gonna listen to this shit tonight.
This joint Undefeated go hard too.
I think that nigga just scared me low key. I ain't gonna lie.
He's a scary ass nigga.
Yeah, that nigga be just talking crazy on the song, dog. It'd be like, yo, what the fuck, dog? Like
this nigga could have been a D1 football prospect, but chose the streets, dog.
Yeah, that's dedication, I guess. I don't know. You got to give him a Gangsta Grills now, nigga. All right. So what y'all rate that, John? What y'all rating on that?
I'll give it a 7.5. It wasn't better than the one prior to, but I still liked it.
Yeah. That's about accurate. Yeah, I don't think it's better than I Never Felt None.
Yeah.
Yeah, I Never Felt Nothing was hot. That joint was hot.
Yeah.
That nigga was talking greasy on that joint. I was like, bro, I'ma slide on this nigga, dog. Like he making me want to slide on this nigga, dog. Like,
tell me how this nigga said niggas be forgetting they get wet now because it's sunny. Bruh.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Bruh. Like this nigga's insane, dog.
And don't tell a Philly nigga that line, dog. It's already bad up in this bitch. All right, man.
Niggas want to increase the murder rate, introducing the ESTG to Philly.
Yeah, we gotta just get some statistics on that. When ESTG drops, does the murder rate increase? Because who was that rapper back in the day? We used to say like every time he dropped, the murder rate goes to fuck. Oh, Chief Keef. Yeah, Chief Keef.
Yeah.
That nigga used to drop. The bodies was dropping too, nigga. That shit was crazy, you know? That's some crazy shit, man. Shout out to Chief Keef, man.
Shit, his fucking album got pushed back to June.
Dog, that album has literally been on the coming soon since like, I think it was like November of last year. Like,
got me.
I don't know what he doing, bro.
That shit got me heated,
because the album before that joint was fucking with the little toy soldiers on the front of it.
Yeah.
That joint was heat, man. It was a little loud. Like something about that album just when he get to mixing his songs, I think he just be like, turn everything up, man. Like that should be loud as shit, dog, in my fucking ear.
Yo, I gotta step out for a quick second. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, yo.
All right, yeah. For them, that joint a little different. Shit. So we got this Key Talk to Him too. Did y'all listen to that, John?
No. What the fuck is that?
It's Lil Key, man, the nigga that died.
Oh, nope, still no. No.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to. I did listen to this joint. Yeah, I did listen to it. It's all right, man. It's all right.
Derek, since Wild Bird stepped away, we might as well get into the whole Larry June thing because I know he didn't listen to it.
All right, bet. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what might arguably be the crazy to say it, but might be the best album of the year, dog.
So far, it is. It is. I thought when Kailas had his review of it in our group chat that he was being a bit hyperbolic, but after listening to it, I was like, you know what? You might be right. It is a fucking fantastic album. We got
The Great Escape by Larry June and The Alchemist, dog. Go ahead, Warren. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, what can we say about like The Alchemist? The man's timeless. Like, in listening to the album, I remember like I like to listen to my shit in the car because like, you know, sound system and whatnot. And just like how easy it was to listen to. Not just like the way Larry glides on these beats, dog. One thing that kind of took away from it, and it was surprising that it's also kind of came true with who he worked with before, but like Alchemist beats kind of sounded very similar to like Harry Fraud beats. And I was like surprised, and sure enough, he's worked with Harry Fraud before, and I don't know if he's had a full project with him, but nevertheless, it kind of gave you that kind of relaxed vibe listening to all the everything from top to bottom.
Yeah, the shit was heat.
I
don't know if he's got an album with Harry Fraud. I'm looking that up.
If he does,
I've never really been big on Harry Fraud's production.
Really? Listen, I love it. His shit, listen, White Boy got soul, man. He can definitely.
I think that White Boy ruined Benny the Butcher's album, The Plugs I Met too. I wasn't feeling his production on that album that much.
Oh, what about the Jim Jones one, the Fraud tapes?
Oh, them Jones are classics. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Shoot, Mr. 16 was pretty much Harry Fraud.
Yeah. That Jones was heat too. So I don't know. I just wasn't feeling. I wasn't feeling him on the Davies joint. I wasn't feeling him on the Davies joint. I wasn't feeling him on the Benny joint. For some reason on the Benny joint, I felt like he ruined that shit. I was like, what the fuck's up with this nigga?
If anything, whenever you listen to like Harry Fraud, and similarly enough with Alchemist, they have a way of like creating beats that it allows you to pay attention to what the artist is saying. Like the emphasis isn't on the beat itself. but on the lyrics of the artist that's performing. So it will work for somebody like, Benny the Butcher, Dave East, even though Dave East, I think, has a weird tone to his voice that kind of puts me to sleep every now and again.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what's up with that nigga, dog. The nigga got bars, but it's like listening to a project from that nigga is like I gotta go to work, man. Like I got something, I got shit I gotta do, dog. Like
it be sounding like the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, like wrap this joint up, man. Like wrap this shit up, dog.
It's fucked up because I want to get into Dave East. I know he's talented. He's mad talented, but
the nigga's mad talented. But we ain't got time. We ain't got time. We ain't got time, man.
But back to this particular album? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 songs got saved on that jump. But even after listening to that, I needed to listen to Spaceships on the Blade and Orange Print from Larry June. Like that introduced me into the world of Larry June, and now I'm a fan. Now I'm a fan because this, Doug, anything from Uncle Herm. Those intros are fire. Right, there was none of that on this album, but on his previous projects, Doug, he has a way of introing the album that just kind of works. Right, this guy is just so smooth. Right, with it, there's nothing I can say that can accurately describe how much of a breath of fresh air it is to hear his kind of rapping. It's oozing confidence, but at the same time, it's not repetitive. And listen, he says it all the time. He's from San Francisco. How many other rappers that we know that are from we've heard the Bay Area, of course, but San Francisco just in particular.
Yeah, and the whole album got that sound too. That's the thing. Man, I just really like the album, dog. Clarification. I've never listened to. I think my introduction to a Larry June song, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Listen to it's called "Chill with Me" by featuring Wiz Khalifa, produced by Sledgerin. That was the first time I ever heard Larry June. And when I heard that nigga, I was like, "Yo, this nigga's hot." So then I heard him on another Wiz song, and nigga snapped again. I'm like, "Yo, this nigga's hot." And then I heard he had an album with Burner that came out a couple years ago. Shout out to Burner. That's a nigga that's always been doing his thing, to this day, doing his thing. And that nigga's a multi-millionaire at that. I mean, with the weed shit. With the weed shit. They got a joint album together, so I listened to that, and I was like, yo, this shit makes me want to go. I don't smoke weed. I ain't smoked weed in 7 years, 8 years. I don't smoke that shit. That shit had me ready to get higher than a motherfucker, dog. I could almost smell the shit they was talking about. That motherfuckers talking about blueberry kush. I smelt it, nigga. I smelt it. So when I went into this album, I already knew the vibe that I was getting. Let me calm the fuck down. This ain't gonna be and it was weird because the weather was real good that day. I had shit I had to go do. I'm bet I'm gonna be riding around with the windows down on my chill shit with a white t-shirt on.
Talk to him.
Dog, the vibes was immaculate, dog.
Immaculate.
That's the best way to describe the album. I'm gonna give this joint a strong 8.3, 8.2.
I'm gonna go 9. It is a 9 for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 to be safe because there are a couple songs where I was just all right. I mean, we could wrap this joint up. But for the most part, I really like the whole project, dog.
As I was listening to it, not knowing his background or anything like that, I just knew I was like, you know what would be great to have on this guy's album? Wiz Khalifa. And sure enough, he featured on that shit. Or Currency should be on this joint. Sure enough, he featured on this joint. I was like, dog.
Yeah, man.
He's up there, man. Listen, if you are into that kind of stuff, and it's what would you even characterize Wiz Khalifa at this point in his career? Because it seems like it's beyond stoner rap at this point.
Nah, listen, I was talking to somebody about this a long time ago. I think Wiz is remember how we used to say if T.I. drop an album, it's just yo, we respect it, fuck the numbers. Same thing Ross. They both in that vein where it's just dog, just the fact that you're still going and you're doing your thing and you're still trying to give to the people, and it's just like we gotta respect that shit. We don't give a fuck with the shit chart, how many sales you do. Like you can't do that to people like that. Like these niggas, that's like a nigga like Ross. Like the nigga's been in the games so long ago. He proved what he could do on his third album, and like that's all we needed from that nigga. You know what I mean? Like the nigga could have stopped after like God Forgives I Don't, and it would have just been like, damn, this nigga's got a nice little discography. You know what I mean? Wiz is in that same vein. Like Wiz is still to this point. Like I know a lot of his a lot of the shit he drops now, is like considered like mixtapes. Really, like honest to God, like even he'll say like, yo, I got this mixtape dropping because I follow him on Instagram. So a lot of this shit that he drops, he still considers to be like a mixtape. Like he don't even look at the shit like it's a fucking album or anything like that. Like listen, last year alone he dropped 4 projects. He dropped Stoner's Night with Juicy J, Full Court Press with let me see who's on this joint real quick.
I remember the one with like him, Girl Talk, and I want to say Big Crit.
Yeah, I think that's it. Or is that no, he got the multiverse joint. Full Court Press. That's it. That's the Big Crit. Smoke DZA and Girl Talk. Yeah. No, that joint was heat. That joint was heat too. And then he dropped G Rage, which I didn't listen to, but I'm gonna go peep that joint. And listen, another thing to give him a shout out for, that nigga's still putting Chevy Woods on songs, dog. Like he's still putting Chevy Woods on tracks.
That's the commendable piece. This nigga still fucking with him.
Like that's dedication, dog. Like that boy Chevy Woods ain't never been hot. Ain't never gonna be hot. But listen, it's still TGOD or die to this nigga. Like this shit's crazy, bro. Like this shit's crazy. Like the nigga's still going in, bro. Like, so to go on with it. Wiz Khalifa still he's still doing his thing, dog. Like you gotta respect the nigga. Like he may not hit the same way he did 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. I think he started to kind of like, no pun intended, burn out. Yeah, I mean maybe by like 2014, 2015. But yeah, dog. Gotta respect Wiz. And he still be spitting, so. Like I said, shout out my boy Larry June, man. That's my fucking nigga, dog. That's my fucking nigga, man.
He a Wiz Khalifa nigga? My bad, I just came back.
Basically, yeah, basically. I don't know if he's part of. I'm gonna look that up. Is he part of Taylor Gang?
I don't
Is
think
Taylor Gang still a
thing? Chevy Woods still on songs, nigga. Shit. Yeah, that nigga still got buff. Yeah, he is part of Taylor Gang. He really? Taylor Ganged out. Yeah, he Taylor Ganged out.
God damn. Okay. So yeah, that fits.
Ty Dolla $ign still part of Taylor Gang?
Damn, that's a hold on. I'm about to look that up right now. Like who?
Because he was for a second. Juicy J too.
Oh, they ain't never going to change. Yeah, they chemistry's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's got Juicy J, Chevy Woods. Shout out Chevy Woods, man. Nigga's still out here. He got Ty Dolla $ign. Still on the label. Oh shit.
Maybe Chevy Woods is just like the Taylor Gang version of Stally or something.
That's exactly what it is.
Damn.
It was another nigga they had too, because I remember my roommate in college he was on Wiz Khalifa dick. He kept talking about one new nigga that came out with them. I forget his name.
Is Larry June on Taylor Gang? Hold up.
This nigga doing Google searches right in the middle of a podcast record. Nigga, can we just move on?
Yeah, my fault. I want to know who part of gang and who not, nigga. Yeah, but Larry June album, peep that joint. Let's move on to Surfer Drown, another producer created album by motherfucking Hit Boy. Now, if you've been listening to the podcast for a long time and we do these music podcasts, you know I got nothing but praise for this nigga Hit Boy. everything that he produces that he's produced, I'll say, in the past like 3 years is like gold to me. Even further beyond that. I mean, because he's been doing music for a very long time. But lately this nigga's just been on a heat streak, and just dropping nothing but heat consistently, like year after year. So he did a little album, Surfer Drown. Did y'all listen to that, John?
The only thing that I listened to relatively recently from Hit Boy was the Music Soul Child joint that he did.
Oh shit. Damn, man. You should definitely listen to this, John, man. Yeah, I'm gonna just make it short, man. He's got a song on there. It's called "Slipping in the Darkness." I think it's called "Slipping in the Darkness." Yeah, it's that shit's heat. That's just heat. He's got a lot of songs on there that's really good, but like I just want to point that out. Like I like it because at the end of the song, he basically says like, "Yo, like another nigga wrote this song for me." Like he like disses all these like producers and then goes to say like, "Yo, somebody else wrote this joint for me." Like I don't even know what I'm saying. I was like, "Damn, that's fucking wild." Yeah, like Tony Fontana is another song I like. Of course, that's Currency. If y'all didn't know, that's Currency.
Shout out to the Hot Spitter.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he got heat on that album, dog. I think like once the weather gets like real nice, like I said, put your white t-shirt on. You know what I mean, put some nice pants on or shorts on, whatever the case may be. If you roll up something. I mean, get in your whip. Make sure you're taking a nice little 30, 40-minute drive because the album's like I think it's like an hour at the most, but I mean, nice little 30-minute drive. And I don't even think it's that long. Honest to God, I don't even think that's long because it has the instrumentals that make it longer. So it's not even that long. Yeah, it's not even that long. So
take the instrumentals out. Take the instrumentals out. It cuts it down by half. It's probably like a good 33 minutes.
Yeah, like peep that shit. Go with a little drive, windows down, air hitting you in your face. You know what I mean? Perfect album, dog. I actually listened to this on my way to the Future concert. You know what I mean? So I fucked with it a lot, dog. I give it like a I'm gonna give it like a solid 8. I'm gonna give it a solid 8. I'll give it a solid 8. I'll give it a solid 8. The shit was nice. That Surfer Drown by Hit Boy. I think we kind of already talked about this enough, but we gonna kind of give it our full on, like how we feeling about it. I'm really like that by DJ Drama. Warren, go ahead.
We already talked about this, so I don't need to rehash how I feel about it. It's just again hella mid, like every other DJ Drama project that's not a Gangsta Grills like standalone with a specific artist.
Yeah, man. Real quick. Yeah, man. Russell, did you listen to this, John?
Nah, man. I planned to before I left Alabama, but I never got the chance.
I'm gonna keep it real. Don't just like I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah, you can skip this, John, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Drama, like, the intro starts it off like you think you about to get into some real shit. Like you like, damn, like because I think with the last like 2 or 3 albums that he did, the one thing that he killed was the intro. Like the intro went hard every time, especially the Quality Street Music 2 with the Wayne intro. I was like, oh shit. So on this one, he had Tyler do the intro, and Tyler ripped that shit up as he do because the boy can spit. But yeah, the album is definitely mid. I'm a rate that joint like a 4, dog. Like I'm going that low with it. I'm gonna give it like a 4, maybe like a 3. At the most, dog. Like real shit. What about you, Warren? What you giving it?
4.
Hello?
A 4.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right. Shrem Life 4. I know Bird said he ain't listened to that joint.
Me neither. Have not gotten to it yet.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all know. This is something that we probably gonna see a lot this year because I feel like I feel like a lot of artists from that era of hip hop, like, you know, that college era, like we was like still kind of young and shit, with like No Flex Zone and all that shit. I hear a lot of like them type of rappers are coming back this year. Like, I ain't gonna lie, don't come back, man. Like, they should have like, I don't know, man. Like, the chemistry just feels weird. Like, it's wild to say this, but Sway Lee felt incredibly lazy throughout the entire album. It's like he didn't even want to like be on that joint, bro. And like, to me, Sway Lee's always been the carrier of Ray Shremmer. So to hear, to even say that Slim Jimmy went harder than Sway Lee is crazy to me. And he went harder than Sway Lee the whole album. The whole album.
You know what I think it is for me, even though I haven't listened to this album, is the realization that I'm not in college anymore. So it's like, do I still gravitate to this kind of music?
Yeah. Hello?
I'm here. Was the bird still there?
Yeah, no. He stepped away for a minute. My shit cut off. I played a video and he just cut everything off. I heard you though, but yeah, dog. Like, I like that music does nothing for me anymore, dog. Like that, like, just, I like turn up music, but like, this is like that childish, like, I'm smoking weed at a fucking dollar party with a red cup, and we ain't supposed to be drinking because we underage type music. I don't listen to that shit no more, dog. Like,
Doug,
I don't know.
We haven't been doing any, like, when was Shroom Life 3? When did that come out?
2018, and that was actually pretty good. That was the thing. That was pretty good.
Listen, man, like, I probably haven't been following Ray Shremmer since Black Beatles, to be honest. And I feel as though, like, at that point, I was like peak, at least for when my demographic should be listening to anything Ray Shremmer. Now it's just like, all right, I kind of want to see some growth. But if this is the same type of thing, I mean, listen, that just might be their lane, and just the new generation needs to step in and vibe with it, or they just won't because they don't have the equity with that particular generation to kind of stay with them.
Yeah. I think it's more the latter with that, man. Yeah, it's more the latter with that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, they just they ain't got. I'm not gonna say they don't got it no more. I just think it's one of those things like with the Migos, like, rest in peace to Takeoff. Yeah, I mean, like, they truly need to break up like a long time ago. Like, Culture 3 should have never been a fucking thing ever. Like, ever. Like, they been needed to like break off and develop as artists. I think Sway Lee and Slim Jimmy definitely need to do the same thing. And I know Slim Jimmy's doing like he's taking like the MMA or boxing thing like pretty seriously now. So maybe that might be his vein. Who knows? I don't know.
Sway Lee's more of the musical artist, and he does a lot of stuff writing and producing.
I think like whatever they trying to hold on to, I think they just need to, like, I watched a video the other day about like how like rap groups are kind of like they're not a thing anymore. And it's like the guy basically broke it down. Like, I don't remember who it was. It was on my recommended and I clicked on it.
Send it to me if you can find it again.
Yeah, super groups definitely, like those little rap groups, like they just, there's a time when you guys just kind of outgrow each other, man. You know what I mean? Like, looking like Odd Future. Odd Future is the wildest compilation of niggas ever, dog. You got Tyler the Creator, Earl Sweatshirt, fucking Frank Ocean, Sid, fucking Haji Beats. What's the one bull, man? The nigga fire. I can't think of his name.
Left Brain, Mike G, Earl Sweatshirt. You said already. What's it? The niggas that weren't even rappers, like freaking Taco and Jasper. Like, there was a collective of just a lot. There was a lot of niggas.
Damo Genesis, dog.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the name, but that nigga's heat, dog. And it was just like a weird collection of niggas, but it worked. And I think they realized at one point, like, yo, look, we kind of like outgrew each other. Like, Tyler is really big And like, you know, Haji Beats was kind of doing his thing at the time. He a hater too, but he was doing his thing at the time. Earl Sweatshirt just finally got freed from his mom. So that nigga was like doing his fucking thing. And now I don't know what the fuck that nigga's doing with his music, because his music is just, I can't even, the shit hurt my stomach listening to that shit, dog. Like, the shit hurts my stomach, bro. Like, that nigga just be doing shit. I think they broke it off in such a good time. And it's like, you could tell, like, they have, like, literally no hard feelings towards each other. And I appreciate shit like that.
I think that's better. That's because a lot of them landed pretty well. Like, Frank is successful in his own right. Sid and the internet became successful in their own right. Earl, I mean, like, he became successful, had his own cult following in his own right. So it's like, it's easier to kind of like swallow the dissipation of the group when everyone kind of lands.
Yeah, man. Look, it's a fucking lot, dog. Like I said, shout out to all them niggas for real, because like I be thinking about it all the time. I miss that Odd Future era where it was just like, we got the weirdest compilation of niggas, but we literally just making it work somehow, and it's just fucking heat.
Listen, on top of it, you got to look at all the individual growth. I mean, it was a collective of just angsty teenagers, and then as they kind of grew and developed, they became adults. I mean, looking at Tyler's growth from Goblin to where we are to where we are now, it's like, yo, you would never have thought.
I think he wants niggas to forget. I think he wants the niggas to forget that he,
for sure.
He dropped them Jones.
I mean, I think I've seen a clip of him at like a concert where they wanted him to perform like Transylvania, and he's like, "I'm not even into that shit no more, man." Like, I don't like.
He did give a nice little nod to Wolf like a couple weeks ago for the 10-year anniversary, because it's been 10 years since Wolf came out, which is insane. I mean, it's been 10 years since Wolf came out.
Oh yeah.
So he basically said, like, my rap career wouldn't be anywhere it wasn't if it wasn't for Wolf. No, Wolf was his first like commercial album.
Yeah. But listen, Goblin was what got me into him for sure. That helped me survive freshman year of college.
Yeah, I think Goblin is what got everybody into him, and then we went back to listen to Bastard, and you know, when Wolf is when he was out there, like, you know what I mean?
No, to be honest, like when Cherry Bomb dropped, I don't even remember whenever it actually happened. Like when they see Cherry Bomb on like his discography, I'm like, when did that ever come out?
It was like 2015 or something, but that was for me. That was my departure from that nigga. I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling this shit. Like, everything was just fucking loud, made no sense. The shit was weird. And then he dropped Flower Boy, which is like more of like the vein that he's in now. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not a fan no more, dog. And then he dropped Igor, and I was like, yo, I'm really not fucking with this nigga, dog.
I heard Igor, and I thought that was going to be it for him in rapping until Call Me If You Get Lost came out. And I was like, okay, you know what?
Yeah, he dropped Call Me If You Get Lost. I was like, yo, I love this nigga, dog. Like, this is why I love this nigga, dog.
It was a reminder that this nigga is still supremely, like, he's not just talented as an artist, as a rapper. He is really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
That's a nice little segue, too. That's a nice little segue, because I'm going to rate this Shrem for Life by Ray Shremmer. And listen, it ain't getting a 4 from me. He's getting a 3. So it's a Shrem 3 Life. You know what I mean? All right. So we're going to go with Call Me If You Get Lost, the estate sale, which is basically the deluxe of his album.
Comes out like 2 years later. Why?
Was it 2 years later? I could have sworn it was a year ago.
What's it? It was last year's Grammys, but it came out, I want to say, like closer to around, so we're talking 2021 Grammys.
Wow, it did come out 2021. What the fuck?
Yep.
Wow, it did come out 2021. June 25th, 2021. That's crazy. Yeah, he's the GOAT for that, dog.
Nah, part of me, I'm just like, why are you dropping deluxe now, though? But a lot of it's like newly recorded shit. I'm just like,
there's got to be some type of like storyline behind it. You know what I mean? Because he's big with the storylines and shit.
thought it was going to be a sequel, to be honest.
That's why I've always loved Tyler too. He was good with the little weird, stupid story he was going with. Like his first 3 albums, like, you know, it's like Bastard, the Goblin, the Wolf. Well, it was really Wolf is the beginning, then it's Bastard, and then it's Goblin. You know what I mean? But y'all niggas don't follow storylines and shit like that. the motherfucking music cinematic universe and shit like But yeah, I like this joint, man. He added let me look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new songs. He added 8 new songs. He definitely could have just did an album. He could have slapped 3 more songs on that joint. It would have been a whole album.
Yeah, and called it like a separate album.
Yeah, but I guess he got a little thing he was doing with this shit. I liked it. The 8 new songs are pretty good. We got a new song with him and A$AP Rocky, so that's always lit. You know
he was supposed to be on the original too. Apparently, Corso, there was a little bridge area where that was supposed to be a Rocky verse, but then Rocky was just busy, so that never happened.
Yeah, man. So we got a Rocky verse. We got that song Dogtooth. That's pretty lit. We got Show Me How to Stunt. Show me how to stunt. Show me how to stunt with Vince Staples. Your man Vince Staples. Your man.
These are my mans now, though. I did listen to that album.
Oh shit. He got Boyfriend Girlfriend, which is a 2020 demo song featuring fucking YG, which was like again, Call Me If You Get Lost already had weird features on it to begin with. The nigga had NBA Youngboy on the one song. So when he had YG on his joint, I'm like, hey man, shout out to Tyler, dog. You know what I mean? And then he had Sorry Not Sorry, which I heard he comes out and says like he apologizes for basically not telling people he was gay or some shit like that. I don't know.
Or bi, and he bi.
Yeah, or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
I just was like, all right then. I heard that shit. I was like, all right. But I mean, it did. I think when we reviewed this album back on whenever podcast that was so long ago, I definitely gave this album like a 9 or a 10. Still stands, dog. Still stands.
Yeah, this album still holds up. It's still fantastic, and we can't sing its praises enough.
And I just peeped. He had Damo Genesis on the original Call Me You Get Lost on Manifesto.
Really?
Shout out for him still. Yeah, shout out to him still fucking with Damo Genesis, dog. Damo really was hot, dog. That was my nigga. He actually had an album with the Alchemist back in the day. I'm gonna send you that joint. I forget what it's called, but he had a joint with the Alchemist way back. I'm talking about like 2012, 2013, like Dat Piff type shit. I think it was like called like it's not on a streaming platform. It's probably still on Dat Piff. I'm gonna look it up. Fucking Dat Piff, man. Speaking of Dat Piff, you know what I mean? Did you ever listen to Flamers 5? Because you know what I mean?
Okay, so didn't we talk about in the last podcast? I think
I don't think so, because I think that shit came out like after.
I know my brother talked about it, and he was like, "It's terrible," and I don't think I've brought myself to like listen to it quite yet.
We may have talked about it on the last show. I don't know.
I remember us bringing it up at some point. It might have been off mic. I don't know.
I gotta see. When did Flamers 5 drop? Let me look that up. When did Flamers?
This nigga doing another Google search in the middle of a podcast record.
Oh yeah, we probably did talk about it because he came out November 22nd. So we definitely did talk about it.
What is the next album on the docket? And if there's not any more albums, are we going to get into hot takes?
Shit. We can skip the NLE Chopper joint because y'all ain't finished yet.
It literally just came out 2 days ago.
All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a break on that. I think we done with the album. So yeah, we got one more album. I know y'all ain't listened to it. Mansion Music by Trippie Redd.
Yeah, nope, did not listen to that.
It was pretty good. It was pretty like decent. I'm gonna give it like a and when I say decent, like it's okay. Like I'm gonna give it like a 6.5 out of 10. You know what I mean, it's Trippie Redd, which if you don't know who Trippie Redd is, he's just another nigga. Oh, we didn't put your boy Yeet on here neither. Shit, we got Yeet album to talk about too.
That's your man's, okay? He's just my alarm clock to remind me that rent due.
Yeah, on this Trippie Redd album, the thing that I do like about it is Chief Keef produced the whole album. I like that. Yeah, he produced it for Trippie Redd.
Listen, low key, Chief Keef is a pretty dope ass producer.
Yeah.
I've been saying this since probably like 2016. He's pretty good at what he does production wise.
Yeah, man. Like I said, he did his thing on this album, but I think what killed me with this joint, I think what was the saving grace for this album is that like every song's got a fucking feature on it. Like it's 25 songs and literally all of them have a feature except for 3 songs. You know what I mean? You got 22 features. He got Little B on a song. He got Swag Like Ohio Part 2.
God damn.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the bass god, man.
Yeah, real shit. You know what I mean? But that's it. That's it for that, man. So yeah, let's get in these hot takes, man. I'm gonna warm y'all up with one. All right. I'm gonna change my name in the Discord to residential long time. It's gonna be long time Kid Cudi hater. All right. Long time Kid Cudi's trash, bro. And he's always been trash. Go ahead, man.
I wouldn't necessarily consider this a hot take. It's just an unpopular opinion. Sure, fine. You're entitled to have it, even though part of me is like trying to figure out whether or not you're doing this to be a troll at this point, or
I just don't fuck with that nigga, man. Like I just don't fuck with that nigga, man.
So you mean to tell me when Day and Night came out, you were just like, nah, just not feeling it?
Nah, when it first came out, I was like, all right, what is this? I listened to it. It kept coming on the fucking radio, kept coming on the TV. I'm like, all right, cool. And then after a while, I just like got tired of it. And then I think he dropped, hold up, I'm waiting for this shit to load. If it ever fucking loads, god damn. What was his first album that he dropped?
Man on the Moon.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that shit.
It's a classic.
Nah, I wasn't feeling it. Sorry, dog. Like, this nigga trying to get me to like this shit. Like, I'm sorry, dog. Like, this shit was.
But Derek, considering you and us knowing you and your past with mental health and all that kind of stuff, this seems like it'd be right up your alley.
Nah, man. I wasn't feeling that joint. That shit came out when we was in high school, and I wasn't feeling that joint, bro.
Whatever you say, you're just not feeling it.
You know what it was? It's like he's like a little Kanye wannabe to me, dog. And
he's pretty much in his school though. Like, dog, there is no Kid Cudi if there is no Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, dog, that's practically his son.
I just don't whatever. Like him, dog. I don't like him.
You have yet to produce a reason why you don't like him.
He just don't make good music to me, dog. The nigga don't put nothing out that makes me be like, damn, I needed this. Like damn.
Have you taken the time to actually sit down and listen to like Man on the Moon 1? Like,
nah.
Break it down. Then why not? What the fuck are you doing for having his opinion when you don't listen to the music?
I feel like I did listen to it. What's it look like? What's the album look like?
It's like multicolored. It got like shades.
Oh
of pink,
yeah. Nah, that shit ass, bro.
You wow.
That shit's ass, bro. That's the joint Pursuit of Happiness on it, right?
Pursuit of Happiness is on there. Mr. Solo Dolo, Sky Might Fall, Alive, of course, Day and Night. What's it? Make him say. What's
Trash. It like? Trash. Your man out here wearing dresses and shit now, irrelevant.
Man,
I listen to Satellite Flight.
You keep bringing that one up. You keep bringing up the absolute worst example of everything else that this man's produced. Man on the Moon 1 and 2, bona fide classics. Indica, good. What's it? Satellite Flight, absolute trash. We could all agree there. Yes.
I listened to Speeding Bullet to Heaven.
That was also trash as well. But like, what's it? 2 bad albums. I mean, what's it again? Kanye gave us Yeezus, and that was terrible.
Nah, man. I told y'all. I don't know if I said it on the podcast. I went back and listened to Yeezus, dog. Like maybe like a year or two.
Absolute garbage.
Fire.
Fucking
What?
garbage.
This shit fire, dog.
It is garbage. I can't stand that album.
Nah, man. That joint fire, dog.
As far as I'm concerned, that did not exist.
Yo, and it's crazy because to think what we almost had instead of Yeezus, I'm grateful, dog. I'm grateful.
This was during the time where he was like about to produce Yandi, right? Or whatever.
Nah. Yeezus was supposed to get a sequel, but it was supposed to be like so what's that song? You listen to The Weeknd, so you know the song he's got Tell Your Friends. It's on what's that album? The Madness or something behind the Madness or whatever. You never listened to that album? Yeah, well, basically like Kanye was working really heavy with The Weeknd, and Yeezus 2 was like, it was highly inspired by like The Weeknd and shit like that.
Was it going to be like a joint project or something?
I don't know, man. I gotta send you this. I watched this guy on YouTube. He does like iceberg videos. He has like 3 videos. The third part, I'm on the third part right now, is 6 hours long. It's a 6-hour YouTube video. The second one is like, I think like 2 hours, and the first one's like an hour or so. You can bang the first 2 out easy. It's the third one is long as shit. But he basically breaks down like the whole second video is literally like what we could have got from like Yeezus 2 basically, and Yandi, which we all know we ain't never getting Yandi, dog. Yandi was his best album, by the way. I mean, that we never got. But yeah, that's a hot take, man. Yeezus is fire, dog.
Yeezus is absolute trash.
You know what a hot take is?
What?
Watch the Throne is actually booty cheeks.
You don't believe that?
I believe that.
No, you don't.
You could take Niggas in Paris off that joint and Otis, and that's it. That's all I'm taking with. The rest of that album, dog, didn't age well. It didn't age well.
No Church in the Wild?
It was an okay intro. That's it, dog. Like, nah, man.
That's my bitch?
Nah, I don't like that joint.
Fucking, hold on. Let me pull up the goddamn track list.
It's crazy because
Ham.
Nah, I do love Ham. Ham is he. I forgot that was on Watch the Throne. That's how ass that album was.
Who Gonna Stop Me?
That joint is garbage, dog.
Murder to Excellence. Please tell me you
I like that. I do like that song.
What's it? Illest Motherfucker Alive?
Yeah, I like that joint.
So what is it about that makes it sound booty cheeks? Gotta have it?
I ain't really like that joint. I ain't like that joint. Made in America was ass too. I wasn't feeling that. The Beyonce songs were corny. Yeah, nah, dog. I wasn't feeling Watch the Throne, dog. I remember I wasn't feeling it back then neither. I ain't like it back then. I went to go and try to listen to it like now, like it's Jay-Z, bro. Like Jay-Z is either like he's like him and Lil Wayne are literally like the same nigga, dog. It's like they pick and choose like what albums they want to be fire on and which ones they don't want to be fire on. Cause it's like Watch the Throne, it seemed like he just didn't want to be there, dog. I don't know, man.
Let me just get into my shit here real quick.
Go ahead. Let's get your hot takes out the way, man.
Okay. Well, I've expressed this. I don't know much here, but you definitely know how I feel about like the whole. Well, generally speaking, grime and New York drill are absolute garbage music.
That's pretty wild.
It's terrible. I do not. Like, I'm usually one of those people where it's like, yeah, listen, I might not like country, but it's not for me. I won't say that it's bad because it's not for me. Grime and UK and New York drill, absolute terrible. Pop Smoke, overrated as fuck.
That is crazy.
Yeah, just no. It was just not for me. I don't understand why people gravitate to it so much. I don't know why people have put freaking Pop Smoke at this point at that point early in his career on such a high pedestal that, like, oh yeah, he would have been like, greater than Jay-Z or 50 Cent or something like that. It's like, no, we didn't have known. The guy died, unfortunately. May he rest in peace. But just listen, I respect that he at least was a pioneer for a new sound that was giving New York some semblance of life during this down period where, listen, just call a spade. New York isn't running the game anymore. It's all Atlanta and everything else down south. And you're just kind of like, all right, we got to find something to give us some sort of identity. And this is the sound you run with? A sound that's from overseas that's also fairly trash? This is what you're going to run with? All the fucking beats sound the same. It's fucking fast-paced, repetitive nonsense. I'm like, why do we consider this music at this point? Honestly, everybody from the UK, it's not like people from Britain can't rap either, because every time we put these rappers on different beats, they sound fantastic. It's great. But the moment they're like, okay, let's get back into our comfortable bag and rap on these nonsensical shits. Here's another one of my fucking hot takes, okay? Spice is a fucking industry plant, all right? Why is she being shoved down my throat at this point? Like, we know damn well she ain't all that as an artist. But like, fuck, what's up, Bird, by the way?
What's up? My bad, just came back.
You talking about Ice Spice?
Yes.
Listen, dog. Don't talk about our queen like that, man.
Stop. We need to stop. We're talking about, oh yeah.
We didn't even put that on the list of albums. I fuck with that joint heavy.
Absolutely fucking not, man.
Dog, she fire. Like, damn, she in her mood. Like, damn, she in her mood. Like, damn, she in her mood. She lit. Get money too. Like, come on, bro. Like,
she is not it. She is not it.
I ain't gonna lie. The project wasn't bad, but she is being shoved down our throats.
She is. Yeah, light skin privilege is crazy, dog.
Crazy.
That's just crazy. That's just crazy. But she bad, and she make good music. Like, so I can't be mad at the bitch.
That's the only reason why. It's like, dog, they are.
And she's cool. She like mad humble too. Like, that's the thing. Like, the bitch is mad humble, dog. Like, if you see her in interviews, like, she is like when Drake unfollowed her and shit. You know what I mean? Like, when Drake flew her out to Toronto, and then after that, that whatever happened, she unfollowed him and shit. She got asked in the interview. She was like, "Oh, I don't know why he unfollowed me, but like, I mean, it's no hard feelings and shit like that."
You know why? Okay, because she's a fucking plant. She's trained. Like, everything. She has a machine behind her. It's like obvious at this point that they are.
I don't think she's a plant. I don't think she's a plant. It
is the most patent, obvious plant there's.
I think she is, for the sole fact that she even admitted she just started rapping like 2 years ago.
Dog. Oh yeah, she did say that. She definitely did say that.
Fam,
there's no way that somebody's got, like, you can look at her numbers, like, from when Munch came out. Like, I saw a whole video on it, like, not that long before. None of her videos were getting views like that. None of them.
No,
they capped at like 2,000, 8,000, something like that.
Yes, look, she caught one, and now they see that she's a commodity that can be easily marketed because she's light skinned, beautiful, got a body like a motherfucker. Like, yeah, this is what we're going to push. She is a plant, an absolute plant.
That boy's a liar. That's my shit, bro. Like, the bitch made good music, dog.
Song.
She made Pink Panther's fucking mainstream, which is crazy because only weird bitches listen to fucking Pink. Like, listen, here's some more advice from Inferno, guys. All right, I mean, if she listened to fucking Pink Panthers, the bitch crazy. Leave her the fuck alone, dog. Like, leave the bitch alone, bro. Like, don't even, like, if she dressed like her, all that, leave the bitch alone, dog. Leave her alone.
You need to have your little separate section called Blazed Advice. Just like, let me give these niggas something real quick.
These are words from the street. And to go double back on the Pop Smoke thing, I think drill should have died. Like drill right now, the state that it's in right now is on some wild shit. Like these kids are just dissing niggas on songs just because that's the cool thing to do in New York. This shit's terrible. This shit's been terrible since Pop Smoke died. Like Pop Smoke was him and I'll give 504 and the only two niggas that can do that shit. Everybody else, like, I ain't fucking with it, dog.
No, I ain't even gonna give it that much credit. Because, okay, listen, when it comes to drill, all right, there's only one drill that I'm only gonna acknowledge, and it's Chicago drill. It stays there, all right? That is a unique sound, and it's working, and it still goes. So I don't know why they all of a sudden consider this New York drill. I'm saying this in scare quotes, because it's like, it's basically New York grime. It's just pretty much what the fucking thing they do in the UK, just Americanized for some odd reason. I don't know why they made it a thing. But what's it? Like we listened to that Fabio, and we talked about it on this goddamn on this podcast. It ain't shit. It's everything sounds the same. We thought Fabio was gonna go crazy on that album because of a verse that he did on one of the freaking Kanye projects and whatnot.
Off the Grid, Donda, nigga, it's still a good album, by the way. Still listen.
He went on that John, but this, like everything ever since, it's like any time you have one of these New York drill artists, they only thrive when you get into their world. Like all of a sudden the beat has to change. It's like whatever. If you have a beat that's featuring Fabio on it, like you can have a 2 Chainz song, but it's featuring Fabio. Best believe the beat's gonna be catered to Fabio. You have a fucking Rick Ross, Lil Baby, Lil Durk song, but it's featuring insert New York drill artist here. The beat is catered to them. Why? I just listened to the fucking Ice Spice joint with Nicki Minaj and everything. The whole beat changed when it's her verse, and the beat's different when it's Nicki's verse.
Yeah.
These one-dimensional ass fucking artists. This ain't shit. Fuck that shit, man. No. I'm listening to fucking, like, even bringing it back to the goddamn UK. Who the fuck is that motherfucker who's like, how can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay. Yeah, that shit. That's just garbage. All that shit's garbage.
That shit's garbage.
All that. Central C, that's his fucking name. They're all fucking garbage.
But Pop Smoke that nigga's fired, dog.
I'm sorry, bro, okay? As much, like, Bless the Dead and everything like that, but
that was really my man's, dog. That was really my fucking man's.
I know. I don't want to sound disrespectful, but I was not feeling this music at all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Pop Smoke was that fucking nigga, dog.
No, I can't. I couldn't.
It's all his posthumous shit that ruined me. Oh, I got a hot take for y'all.
Even before he died, I was not feeling anything. Give me Dior, Welcome to the Party, all that shit. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Nah, I'm gonna send you some shit that's gonna change your mind on that. He got some joints, man. You gotta listen to Meet the Woo.
That Dior shit got on my nerves, man. That nigga talked about Dior the way Meek used to
listen,
talk about
Dior. I hate Dior so much. That song is on 5 fucking Pop Smoke albums, dog. What the fuck is going on? Like, dog, they ruined his legacy, dog.
Mm-hmm.
They ruined his legacy. His label ruined his fucking legacy with them.
His legacy was just getting started. I think my annoyance with Pop Smoke fans is they put way too much credit to an ascending career than many people would do for many established folk. Where it's like, dog, we don't know what could have happened with Pop Smoke. He was on his way up. I have no doubts that he would have been a star in his right, but like we don't. What could have potentially happened? Okay, how would have his an actually established album that was polished and worked through by him would have sounded like without all these folks getting in on the posthumous bag? Like I think that's the part that's kind of like what people do with Aaliyah. As much as we love Aaliyah, we put a lot of credit into what she could have been based on our own personal opinions of them. It's like just because they're dead doesn't mean that we can all of a sudden just project how great they would have been as artists.
No, you're right, because I was literally about to say that. Like how people talk about like Juice WRLD, X, all them niggas like, oh man, they would be legends if they were still alive. Like I don't Like this is gonna be the biggest hot take, dog. Like real shit. Now I know we've talked about this in person before. Like people always talk about like, oh, Tupac's a legend. Tupac, like, dog. I think Tupac would have like died out like literally like 2001. Like that nigga have been done. Like, it wasn't nobody gonna be fucking with that nigga.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I don't
agree.
think.
I feel like
Yeah,
Tupac would have been in the realm of like a Most Def. You know what I'm saying? Because his mindset, like he would have. I feel like he would have got out of music.
Yeah.
That nigga would have been doing movies for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'd been on some Will Smith shit.
Yeah.
Like we be watching Hancock with Tupac in it instead of Will Smith, dog. Like real shit. Like, dog, no, like real shit, dog.
As me, dog, you Philly. You should not be saying that shit, dog. That's fucked up.
Yo, we be watching motherfucking.
I will say this: the only person that I'll like kind of like defend is like Juice WRLD. Like the type of music that he did and how it like affected people. I don't like how it made basically every nigga that's like 21 emo, but his catalog is enough to like basically like say what he is and what he would have been. Everybody else is all speculation.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause listen, them posthumous albums for XXX Tentacion, they was trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could tell, like unfinished, like, and I hate posthumous albums because it just feels like it's just money grabbing. Like, all right, it's an unfinished song. We just gonna put a big nigga on the end of this joint. Pause. You know what I mean? And we gonna run with it. Like, nah, man. I think biggest hot take. I think Tupac would have like. I never really liked Tupac. The nigga never really resonated with me anyway. But like when people talk about like, oh, Tupac's a legend, Tupac's this, like, I thought that nigga was just like, thought he's gonna be like another Ja Rule by like 2001.
I don't know about Ja Rule.
I could see Biggie going a little longer than him just because Biggie already had the work in there. I mean, he had some shit out there, but like, I don't know. I think Biggie would have been a bum too, but
my thing is like we see currently, we can use what we see currently right now with a lot of artists who have existed in that time when Tupac was relevant, and how hard it is for them to maintain that relevance and still be relevant in the 2020s. Like we can count on a single hand people who were as active back then and are still musically relevant now. Nas, Jay, who else?
Yeah.
Someone's gonna say Snoop, but I wouldn't say Snoop.
No, Snoop makes music for fun, but he's not musically relevant.
Yeah.
Like, listen, we've talked about Nas ad nauseum. He's still getting Grammy nominated in the 2020s, having been active at that particular time when Illmatic dropped. Jay-Z still he doesn't put out albums as often as probably somebody like Nas is at this particular clip right now. But if he were to put out something, people are going to listen to it. Juicy J, I mean, again, I tell you to people all the time, people low key, his longevity needs to be appreciated. For somebody to be active and still produce at a high quality, having been around for who knows how long. Yeah, but we can count these people on a single digit of as far as like longevity is concerned. I'm not excusing just because these were people that were great at that particular time and they died. Now I can project that they would have had the same kind of longevity.
Yeah, I feel that. I do think though that I don't think Tupac would have fizzled out like Ja Rule, because Ja Rule, that's a whole nother story. He lost because of a beef. I feel like he would have fizzled out like Mos Def. Like I said, like Mos Def, he chose to leave rap.
Right.
He chooses to like stay in his lane and all this and that because he don't want to deal with the bullshit. I feel like
the industry stuff would have gotten in the way, and as an artist, he'd have been like, I don't want to compromise my art in order to fulfill industry needs and all that kind of stuff, which I can see that from Tupac.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Tupac just that that nigga's never resonated with me musically. Like I think he's
fair.
I think he's a decent rapper, but like
Mhm.
when I tell people that, they're just like, oh man, it's your age, it's your age, it's your age. It's like, nah, it's just like realistically, like his like, all right, you got niggas like Kendrick Lamar, you got niggas like J. Cole, you got niggas like Tupac, you got niggas like Corday, you got all these like spoken word, type rappers that can like literally paint you pictures and tell you stories and shit. Like when people talk about Tupac, they really talk about that man like he's like fucking like the shit he's saying is so fucking profound, dog. And it like when I hear people talk about him like that, I'm just like, where do you live and what is your education level, bro? Because everything is so like if we're gonna talk about it like the consciousness is like a body of water, it is literally as deep as a puddle, dog. Deep as a puddle. Like
I think
That's
you
when
have to
I
kind
would
of.
say the times, bro.
I was gonna say that too. I was gonna say maybe it's the times, maybe it's like the time people grew up in, but it's like, dog, like I don't be getting it, bro. Cause like the nigga tell you, yo, to stay in school, don't sell drugs. Niggas like, whoa, what? I can't believe he said that. That is so profound. Like, bro, like, dog, like, what are you, a fucking idiot? Like, nigga, what? Like nigga, what?
Derek, you have to contextualize his music to whenever it came out. So it was or when it's for a message like that to come out from such a prominent artist at that particular time, like
No
that
social
could
media. No social media, bro. No Google.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to look at it from that particular lens and understand.
All right. But it still don't take away from the fact that I think Tupac is just he now here's a hot take I talk about at work all the time.
This is listen. We never let Bird get his shit off.
Oh yeah, Bird. Where you got a hot take, man?
Do I got a hot take? I don't know, man. Like my hot takes usually come up like with the conversations because I know I've had a couple of hot takes on a few of the ones that we did, but I can't think of one off the top of the head right now that's been like itching at me. I don't know. I can't
Derek.
Go ahead, Warren.
Listen, this has nothing to do with rap at all, but like I don't think Adam Levine can sing at all. Like as far as vocally speaking, I don't think he can sing.
Adam Levine?
Yep, Maroon 5 Adam Levine. I don't think that man can sing.
Tripping, bro.
That man cannot sing. You isolate his vocals from like anything. It sounds Bird. It sounds probably exactly like you, okay? Because it's just like that you isolate his vocals from anything. It's more like his vocals go well with the song rather than this man has an actual vocal ability. He really can't sing per se.
So you saying that he's like how people speak about Trey Songz? Because a lot of people say Trey Songz can't sing.
He can.
They say he just got like two things where he can like elevate his voice, and that's it.
The nigga be yodeling, dog.
Yo,
Trey Songz. That's a nigga I don't like neither. I do not like Trey Songz, dog.
There's good reason to not like him at this juncture. This nigga said this nigga be yodeling.
Oh yeah, ain't we about to get a surviving Trey Songz joint or some shit like that?
In due time. Eventually.
Cause that nigga be wilding, bro. He be touching that shit, dog. He be real shit. That nigga be stealing some pussy, dog. That nigga a pussy robber, nigga. He gonna take it.
We get it.
and then he gonna beat the shit out the bitch too. That's the wildest part. Like
get it.
That nigga's a predator, dog. And that's the sad thing. Like I think we branching off of music at this point, but that's the sad thing about women these days. Is
What are you doing? No, listen, I'm gonna stop you right now because you going into nigga podcast territory. We not doing this. No, Derek, we're not doing this.
Bitches still fuck with that nigga though. I don't get it. How do you still fuck with that nigga?
What's your hot take? Okay, moving on. I'm saving you from you. Just don't do this.
It's the same thing with R. Kelly. Like, how do you fuck with that nigga? Like, how do you fuck with these niggas? Yeah. Like, how do you be like, oh man, I'm gonna separate the artist from the music, which I understand because I do that for certain people. But bro, like the music was already mid to begin with. All right. Most of y'all, I had to stop myself.
You talking about Trey Songz or R. Kelly?
We talking about Trey Songz right now. I think with Trey Songz,
he had a good 3-album run.
Nah, you giving him that much?
Yeah.
Which ones?
His debut was dope.
Who was the one? Yeah, the debut was dope. The one where I Need a Girl, that shit had hits all over it.
What was the joint last time on it?
Trigger, I think. No, last time was the his first album, I think.
No one. Last time came out well after his first album. His first album was what Just Gotta Make It and fucking Gotta Leave.
And that was his second album. I think
last
that was the one where Can't Help But Wait was on.
Hold on, wait a minute. Again, doing Google searches.
That Trigger album was nice. I did like that joint.
Trigger was fire, bro. He had a good little 3-album run. Tremaine is where he fell off. That's where his music fell off. Even that joint had some good music on it though.
Oh, that's the one of him. He look all zesty on the cover.
The one with the teardrops and all that?
I think so. That nigga was looking mad zesty on that cover, bro. like
I forgot about Passion Plane and Pleasure.
Yeah, I forgot too.
So it was after. So actually, I don't count Chapter 5 because Chapter 5 was kind of mid.
No, but like I said, man, like fuck all that shit. I don't get how you like I said, man, like how can you be a woman and still fuck with this nigga, dog, and be like, oh man, like dog, I don't get that shit, dog.
Yep.
Like I've had so many women come up to me like, oh man, like I'ma still fuck with his music though, man. Like, dog, like
his music not all that no more.
Yeah, his music ain't even all that to be like, damn, I'm gonna hold it down. Same thing with R. Kelly. Like, I never was an R. Kelly fan like that, but he ain't really got nothing that's like, nah, like no way. You know what I mean? Like when they try to cancel Lil Wayne, like I can understand that. Like, nah, man, we ain't doing that. We gonna still fuck with Wayne music. You can cancel that.
Why everybody try to cancel Lil Wayne again?
Cause he said that Emmett Till line on the one song.
Karate Chop. Karate Chop. I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, that nigga went crazy.
They tried to cancel the shit out that nigga. That was before cancel culture was a thing. And then a couple years ago, they tried to cancel him again for the Emmett Till shit.
Bro, like, if you listen to the radio edit version of Karate Chop, that when it gets to that point, you're like, and then look his laugh.
Yeah, they cut that shit entirely out. Like when George Floyd died, that nigga Lil Wayne just caught a random stray. It was like, yeah, get that nigga too. Like I was like, what? I was like, what?
My man really walked into the booth, said that line, and was like, I killed that shit, dog.
I just want to say, bro, like if you hear what he talking about, he not disrespecting Emmett Till. He talking about like the severity of how crazy that shit was. And he's saying, I'm gonna do that to the pussy.
But why compare?
I think there's better ways he could have did better lines. That nigga said he could say, I beat that pussy up like Mayweather or some shit.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
Somebody said that shit before though.
I know. It's creative, but like,
yeah, but say it again, nigga. Like
something else. Dog.
That nigga said beat the pussy up like Emmett Till, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, yo,
that was the laugh.
Dog, imagine being Emmett Till's mother Hearing that line, dog, you can't. You just can't.
Like, if I was her, I would have sued his ass. Like
sue that nigga. That nigga's
No, I
pants
think she
off,
did.
dog.
Ain't she dead? Dog. Ain't that shit happened like the fucking like 40s or some shit like that?
If I was his niece, I would have sued that nigga.
The fuck, man.
And they got an Emmett Till movie. Holy shit!
Yeah. This dude on the air and I was on the plane with. He was watching that shit. It looked good.
Yeah, she died in 2003, bro.
Damn.
She was 9 years too early.
Damn.
Was that karate chop shit came out like 2011? That nigga caught a random string when George Floyd died. I was like, yo, what the fuck? That nigga was trending. He was trending on Twitter. I'm like, why is Lil Wayne trending at a time like this? Like, bitch, the world is on, America's on fire right now, and Lil Wayne is trending, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Priorities, man. Priorities.
Oh man, shit.
The rap sense in for real. Like,
y'all got one more to wrap this joint up, man.
I'm trying to like come up with
this joint getting husky. We already at like probably like 2 hours and some change.
You need to divide this into a two-parter.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, this was like. Luckily, my plans canceled because otherwise I'd had to cut out like 2 hours ago.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
We can try to fizzle these in at the end of like podcasts or something. Maybe.
Yeah. Fuck, we might as well just make this joint a two-parter. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I might have to. Shit.
Because no nigga's gonna be listening to this thing all the way through. Just straight up.
Yeah, man. But what was I going to say, man? What was I going to say?
Any last takes? Any last takes that you got on your mind? Because I know you got a bundle of them bitches.
Beat the pussy up like, yeah. That's all wild, bro. They try to cancel Rick Ross for put Molly all in the champagne. She didn't even know it. That's a hard ass line. That was a hard ass line.
No, bro. No, that was not. No,
we need to save you from you,
Lil
nigga.
Wayne was not hearing how he goes in with like a severity of like actually the word beating. Rick Ross said, "I drug bitches."
Yeah,
it is not the same.
No, the first time I heard that joke, I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Damn, this joke kind of hot." Then I think he caught all that shit and he lost the Reebok deal. I was like, "Oh, that's what he meant." Oh, that's wild.
If you think about it, that ended Rocco's career, his rap career.
Yeah.
Nigga, he lost that Reebok deal, waited for that shit to die, and then got it back. All right, he was fine. Right? Reebok don't give a fuck about.
Deal?
Yeah, he got that shit back.
Reebok's still around?
Yeah, Reebok's still around, bro.
Who the fuck wearing Reebok, nigga? Hold on, I gotta look this shit up, nigga. What the fuck?
They had a deal with the UFC, and it kind of saved them, to be honest.
What are these shoes, bro?
Shit, it's funny to think about it, that New Balance is probably more popular than Reebok these days.
Allen Iverson still got a Reebok deal.
I ain't gonna lie, these shows kind of fire.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, these shows kind of high.
What's the price? What they looking like, Derek?
$150.
For some Rick Ross shoes?
Nah, they're like these white Johns. They're called Milk Makeup Classic Vegan Rise shoes. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in the
too damn long a name for some shoes.
Yeah.
Reebok ain't trash though. Like it's been
Reebok is trash, cuz
they ain't dying out like Fila, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they got a comeback. The bitches won't let that joint die.
Boo.
Cause they got the platform shoes for the ladies.
Ladies.
Oh nah, Reebok got some ass shit. But they got some heat too. Like it's weird. Like,
Derek be back and forth with everything, bro.
They got these pumps is kind of fire. Hold up. Oh yeah, I might have to cop these joints. Nah, nigga ain't about to clown me for having some fucking Reeboks on. You tripping?
They gonna catch me
I tell you, like, white folk wearing them Walmart shoes, bro. They the ones with all the bread.
Nah, low key, them shits kind of heat, dog. The dad joints.
Yeah, man, them little loafers.
Yeah, Nike dad joints.
Nike Dad Jones.
I ever go to them like sneaker?
They want $75 for them motherfuckers.
The puffy Nike looking shoes that are, they ass, but they still Nike.
You talking about these joints? I put it in the music show notes joint. That's the old head Nikes right there. They want $75 for them joints. You done lost your fucking mind. I thought those were the Wallies, man. Yeah, them joints heat.
We're getting off topic.
Yeah. So y'all got any more hot tapes? Hot tapes?
I already said what? He just saying shit.
What's it? Carter 3 wasn't all that.
That's fair. I feel like the Carter 4 is better.
Okay, so that's even hotter of a take than what I was anticipating.
To me, like, I love the Carter 3. I feel like the Carter 4, like, I will go to that for a hit before I go to Carter 3.
I think Carter 3 piggybacked off of the hype that was generated from Carter 2 and all the anticipation before it even came out. But as far as the quality album is concerned, Carter 2 is the best one.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think nobody debates that.
Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, you'd be surprised that how many people think Carter 3 is Wayne's best album.
That's because that's when he like was established as the greatest rapper alive.
It was, yes, but it's like as far as quality is concerned. Oh shoot, what's it? I think I was listening to a podcast that made you think it's like Teflon Don was better than Carter 3.
What?
Yeah.
Teflon Don.
Don.
I believe that Teflon Don is hot, dog.
It do got some shit. It got some shit, but still.
I really don't rate Carter 3 like that, to be quite honest. It's like his most commercially successful project ever released, but like it's not all that for me.
Let me check this.
Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take, man. I think Carter 3 is hot, like it's hot, but it's like it is.
Yeah. Carter 3 to me is kind of mid-ish, in my opinion, to be quite honest.
It's just like
Teflon Don was better.
You think the weird? You know what the weird thing is?
What?
Carter 3 is like a weird compilation album. Like it has a lot of songs on there that just don't like make sense. Like literally, it's weird because I think one of the songs is like don't make sense or some shit like that. But there's like a lot of random songs like that joint he got with he got a joint like Fabulous and fucking what's his name? What's his Can't Feel My Face nigga?
Joel Santana.
Yeah, it was like this song's weird as shit. Why is this on here? I mean, I like that song, but it's like, why is this on here?
To me, that was the beginning of his pop crossover. Like when you got songs like Lollipop and shit like that on there, it's like
Lollipop
all right.
was definitely it.
Yeah, Lollipop was heat.
It was fire, but like it wasn't necessarily a display of his lyrical prowess as a rapper. It's a hit song, but is he rapping? No.
Do we gotta rap?
I mean, at that point in his career, not really, but he was getting pretty experimental. I mean, we saw the trajectory of where it eventually landed him with Rebirth and stuff, but now he's back to rapping.
I think the Carter 3, it was super clever. Like some of the shit that he would say, I feel like it was more clever than just like straight up heat.
You're right. Listen, it is a decent project, and it met a lot of people's expectations. But to me, as a Wayne fan at that time, it appeared lackluster, at least to me. Honestly, I got tired of hearing Amelia all goddamn time. It got really annoying.
Every nigga and they mom had an Amelia verse.
Like, it got real annoying real quick.
Here's a hot take.
Go.
Eminem. Eminem Eminem should have stopped rapping after like Recovery or some shit. Like, honest to God.
I don't know about
Yeah, he should have stopped there, dog. I think he ruined his own legacy, dog, with his last 3 or 4 albums. I think he really hurt himself with them Jones. He really hurt. Like, I think he hurt himself being in any type of greatest rapper alive type conversation just off of the strength of like his last 4 albums, dog.
Bro, I don't know, because it's like, why can't we look at Eminem as simply an OG of the game? You know what I'm saying? You still got other people trying to put out music and still get respect. How come like Eminem get shitted on? Like, people will talk about Rakim. He tried, didn't go nowhere, but people don't talk shit on him. Eminem, niggas talk shit on him.
I think that's twofold. One, Eminem does this to himself because he wants to be in that conversation. He wants it seems like every time he steps into the booth, he goes in with this chip on his shoulder and feeling as though that he still needs to prove himself to the rap audience, when it's like, you need to. It's kind of like how I feel about Logic, where it's like, Doug, you have the respect of your peers. You should be moving like a veteran at this point. And stop giving a fuck about what all these other people got to say about you. But with M, it's like he feels as though like, I need to still. I love to rap, and I need to let you know that I'm still really, 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 really good at this shit. 2, I think he doesn't get it because it's also the byproduct of him being white. Like, some people will just never respect him just on the sole basis that he's white. This is why I always say that he's both over and underrated. The underrated aspect being that, listen, he's probably one of the greatest people to ever pick up a mic, but because of his whiteness, people will never give him that credit.
Yeah, that's why I say it's fucked up. Like, why he literally is an OG of the game. Like, just
he is.
Niggas don't look at him like that.
Yeah,
I just think, like I said, I think he ruined his own legacy with those last like 4 albums, dog. He really hurt his shit, dog.
But ruined his legacy to who? Because you ask any of the
honestly to me, because I was a big. You remember this in high school, like me, Tim, and shit. Like, I was a big fucking Eminem fan. I really liked Recovery. I thought when the Marshall Mathers LP2 came out, it's like there's just like a sign on that album that was just like, yeah, he about to fall the fuck off, dog. Like, he about to fall the fuck off.
I can feel
you know what I mean? And he about to just wow out. And he did. He came out with Revival, right? Which is fucking weird as shit. His Black Lives Matter fucking infused white privilege weird album. Then he came out with
damn, I'm looking. He had some big features on Revival.
Beyonce? He did. Yeah, Beyonce is the intro. Yeah.
That's that. I forgot.
You could tell she didn't want to do that, John, dog. She didn't want to do that.
Like,
Eminem has that cachet. He's like, he can
do that. Yeah, he can do that.
He should be up. Listen, how big Eminem is, he can drop an album tomorrow and it will go #1 because he's up there with somebody like Beyonce in that regard.
Yeah.
Like, he might not garner that respect these days in hip hop circles, but he's transcended hip hop at this point.
That big as a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and it's weird because it's like, as the people that love Eminem a lot, he probably hates them. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like, my name is the resident Eminem hater, when it's like, honestly, I don't hate Eminem. I more so hate the aura around him, his fan base. It's just all this mythology that's surrounded by Eminem.
That's how I feel about Juice WRLD. I don't hate him. I hate his fucking fans.
Exactly.
Same thing with X. XXX Tentacion. I hate his fucking fans, dog. I hate they fucking fans, dog. Yo, the bulls I stream with like every fucking Friday, they love Juice WRLD. They love X, dog. I just can't stand like the way they talk about them niggas. Like, they just like their rap is so meaningful, and it's just probably like, again, it's got to be a generational thing. Like, we ain't meant to understand that shit or some shit, whatever the case may be. But like, dog, like there's a lot of fan bases I hate. I hate Beyonce's fan base. I've always hated the Hive, dog. I really after the little Lotto and fucking Nicki Minaj situation, I really don't like fucking the Barbies, dog. I hate them, dog, so much, dog. I hate them, dog. Because to me, Lotto, Ice Spice. I'm trying to think of another female rapper that's just like just stays to themselves, dog. Like, and it's just like, oh man, I don't be feeling that shit, dog. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I made a tweet about it. If I didn't, I probably forgot to. It was on my mind. I was like, damn, I'm gonna tweet this out. But I was gonna say in the tweet that I was really hoping that Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice don't collab. Because the thing about Nicki is like, I love Nicki to death too, but I can admit, Nicki is a major hater, dog. She's a major fucking hater, dog. She's a hater to the maximum, dog. Like, you seen that shit with the Travis Scott situation, with the Astroworld situation. She was mad as shit. She thought her album was gonna go #1. She thought it was gonna do all these fucking numbers, right? It came #2 to Astroworld, and then she was just like, "Oh, the only reason I lost is because with Astro."
The merch.
Yeah. It's just like, bro, like, come on, dog. Like, Queen and Realistic, like, to go back in time and think about Queen, that album was hot garbage, dog. That joint was ass, bro. That joint was ass, bro. Like, to look back and be like, damn, like, let's go listen to Queen, dog. That shit was garbage. I already did it. When I listened to Yeezus, I listened to Queen. You know what I mean? It's garbage. It's garbage.
And Astroworld still holds up, man. That shit is still amazing.
Yeah, it does, man. They're on fire, man.
Stupid.
You know what? Tell us about your recent experience with Astroworld, man. I know you was telling me and Kalis about that, John. What was your recent?
Well, before I do that, what's my hot take though? Before we get off the Eminem thing, as far as records were concerned, MGK had the better record between him. Like, they're back and forth.
Eminem and MGK.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Rap Devil's so much
fair,
better,
bro. That's fair. People, I feel like that's another thing. Niggas already gonna give the dub to Eminem.
Yeah,
from the rip. Like MGK didn't have a chance, and MGK is actually a really, really good rapper. It's just niggas.
He's a good rapper.
Yeah.
Them hats that Eminem be fucking wearing, he gotta stop wearing them Jones.
He a pops, bro. That's them pops hat.
He gotta stop wearing them Jones, man.
Honestly speaking, though, like, if you really break down that Rap Devil record, that was like probably the first ever Eminem diss where it's like he actually was hitting M in areas where it's like, dog, this is something that you can see that he's clearly struggling with as far as his relevancy in today's game. It's like, dog, he's just saying, like, you're old, dog. Like, sure, he's popular and everything. Look, Eminem can fart on the track and it's going to go #1. It's not a matter of, like, oh, yeah, who's going to oversell more? Because we all know Eminem is going to do that, of course. But it's like, let's really talk about what's going on with this guy who's supposed, like you were saying, he should be moving like he's an OG in the game. And it's like, you still moving as though like you have something to prove. You've influenced a generation of rappers, white rappers in particular, but many other rappers beyond just white rappers. And it's like, yeah, now we're seeing your legacy kind of like turn into this. Like, I think that's the bigger issue that needs to be looked at here. That's hard. That's coming out of man's pride right there. And the best you can come back with is like, yeah, I'm more influential than you. I got more money than you. I'm more popular than you. It's like, yeah, I know that. I've mentioned that already. Why is that all of a sudden people are like, oh, he ended MGK's career. Now he turned into a rock star because Eminem just murdered it. It's like, relax.
Yeah, and he didn't end MGK's career. He did not.
Yeah, it's like, dog, listen, MGK, as talented as he is as a rapper, like, his rap career wasn't really all that great. He had a couple songs here and there and whatnot. And listen, I'm glad that he found a way to pivot and make some money. Good for you and all that kind of stuff. But that doesn't take away from the fact that as a standalone track against somebody who he considered his idol is better than anything that he came back with. I'm sorry. MGK, as far as the records are concerned, won that.
Yeah. I had to think about that because he did that little headshot joint or whatever it was.
Kill shot joint, yeah.
Kill shot, yeah. I don't know, man. I think Eminem ruined his legacy, dog. He ruined his own legacy. He should have just stopped at Recovery, and because it's just I think Recovery is like such a fitting end for his legacy because Relapse was so bad he literally had to go into Recovery. I mean, get it? He had to go into Recovery and drop that Recovery album to save his career, dog. He could have just stopped right there, dog.
Basically, like he should have retired when he said he was going to retire.
Yeah, basically, dog. Yeah,
and do that thing that Jay-Z does, just come back as like a feature artist here and there, and it just becomes like, oh, that's great that that's surprise you have an Eminem feature on your album. And he can live out the rest of his career.
Jay-Z, another one that almost ruined his career, dog. But he honestly bounced the fuck back.
Listen, 444 goes.
Yeah. M ain't do that yet. He is still like that music to get murdered by album, dog. Like that is just to me, it's just like he got a bunch of niggas that he feels like he could rap just as well as, or like niggas he fucked with. He got a bunch of like young bulls that he really fucked with. Was like, hey, let's get on some songs together. Let's rap together. Let's do all this shit together. You know what I mean? And it worked out, but it was still like a Booty Cheeks album to me. Like there's no song on that album besides maybe like the Juice WRLD song, like oddly enough, that sticks out and makes me be like, oh yeah, this is pretty fucking decent. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But to what you were saying about the whole Astro World thing, I told you about me getting high and listening to Astro World again.
Oh,
and yeah, it was an experience to say. Like listen to Astro World to begin with is already an experience in and of itself. But listening to it high, my goodness, man, I had so many thoughts while listening to. Okay, for example, like when You Can't Say came on, that's like our introduction to Don Toliver. Straight up, like he comes in and just runs that entire track. It is so great. Fucking when Stop Trying to Be God was on, I felt like Kid Cudi was humming to me personally.
Oh yeah, like, you was fried.
Me, like he was literally talking to me while doing that. Throughout the album, I was also thinking to myself, like, dog, this why didn't this win a Grammy? It lost to freaking what's it? The Cardi B album. Invasion of Privacy.
What it's about.
Just
palm trees, oceans, that can break your heart. All right, boom. I got a good question for y'all, man. Because like I said, if we're gonna break this joint into two parts, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give them some content. So let's give them some content. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. To me, in the past 10 years, we're going to go from 2010 to 2020. What do you think was the best year for music?
2010 to 2020?
2018 was fire. 2018 was crazy. 2018 stands out for me.
Name something that came out in 2018, Warren.
Redemption was one of them.
Astro World, Queen,
No, Astro World came out in 2017, didn't it?
No, it was 2018.
Oh, Goosebumps came out in 2017. My bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 2012, 2013.
2012 is not bad either. 2012 was a pretty good year.
Yeah, 2012 was heat.
We got Daytona in 2018.
Yeah.
KOD, Scorpion, Carter 5, Championships, Victory Lap, Tana Talk 3.
Damn, that was a good fucking year. Oh shit.
Yeah, all 2018. The Black Panther album, Kamikaze, came out, which I thought was a good bounce back for Eminem, at least around that time, better than What the Fuck Revival was. I Am Greater Than I Was came out from 21 Savage.
Okay.
Culture 2.
Yeah, that was a good year.
2018 was a solid year.
Didn't that one Metro Boomin joint come out too?
Yeah, it did. It did.
Don't pull up and wreck on it.
Yeah, not all heroes wear capes or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Swimming by Mac Miller came out around 2018. I know the Mac Miller fans gonna love that.
Damn.
Die Lit by Playboi Carti.
Oh yeah, that was a good year. Then shit, we got Cardi that year. Oh yeah.
Yep. It was a solid year. That's the first thing that came to mind was 2018. Nothing recently since then has matched that energy, but it was a good year. Wasn't 2022 or 2021 also a fairly decent year though?
I don't know, man. That's some pandemic years.
Yeah, COVID killed people's creativity.
Yeah.
It was one of those years that was a pretty sneaky good year though. I'm trying to remember.
Hold up. It might have been 2021. It might have been 2021.
Let's see. We got Call Me If You Get Lost. You got Donda, Off Season, CLB, King's Disease 2, Plugs I'm at 2, A Gangsta's Paying My Moneybag Yo, Slime Language 2, Lauren 2.
Yeah, that was a pretty good year.
Culture 3 came out. The posthumous DMX album, Baby Keem came out that in 2021.
Oh, fucking man.
Magic though came out at the same time. The back-to-back Joe with Hit Boy and Nas. It was okay.
I was gonna say 2016 to be honest.
Bro, it's trash. I just looked at it.
I don't know, man. 2016 is one of those years that just
Life of Pablo, Blink.
Yeah.
Coloring Book. All right. Birds
book,
in the Trap,
okay.
Sing McKnight. Okay, all right.
Okay. For Your Eyes Only can't be considered among that.
Views came out. For Your Eyes Only. Islam by Kevin Gates.
Future's Evil. Yeah, I mean, Views by Drake.
Did you say that was trash, Derek? I think
Views by Drake. Nah, man, but
I don't fuck with Evil.
Going to that Future concert made me realize that it is kind of booty cheese because. Like he played Low Life and that was it. Like that's it from that album.
That's the only song I like from that album too. I did not like Evil.
Same.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Because Evil got some sleeper hits on it.
Like what?
Fucking what's that joint? Fly Shit Only. I like that joint. The intro was hot. Fucking 7 Rings was lit.
Okay, 2017. 2017 had some heat.
What 2017 had?
Damn.
How are y'all looking at this?
Again, cursory Google search while in the middle of a podcast.
Just put hip hop albums and then put the year.
Oh.
We got Damn, 444, Culture, Flower Boy, More Life, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music, Layla's Wisdom, The Never Story, All American Badass, personal favorite of mine. Let's see here. Forever Is a Mighty Long Time by Big Crit.
Love
Hendrix.
God damn, that was that year.
Future and Hendrix from Future. No Dope on Sundays from Sci High to Prince. Without Warning. What's it? It's an album.
Yeah,
Wins and Losses. Rather You Than Me.
At What Cost by Gold Link.
Yeah, 2017 might have been heat.
2017 looking like it was heat. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Super Slimy, The Future, and Thug John.
Everybody by Logic.
I'll give that.
Nah, that joint was garbage, dog.
It was. That was just where his biggest hit.
Even his fans ain't like that joint. And I'm surprised he got fans.
I did not, Derek. Like,
you a fan?
You just getting that now? He been like a Logic fan. He put me on.
Derek, no. Derek, shut up. Because Derek was trying to give me shit years ago for being a Logic fan. Like, nah, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm getting old, man. So I don't be remembering shit.
Cause you and what's the name was trying to come at me because I said what was the name of his soundtrack to his book? Y'all said that I like that. And I was
the supermarket joint? Yeah.
I went to the book. That wasn't supposed to be taken as an album.
Yeah, you was out of pocket for that joint.
You gotta read the book to get the music.
I'm not reading no book to fucking listen to some music.
That is a wild thing to say on a record, nigga. You read no book.
I'm not reading no fucking book to understand the album. Is you kidding me, nigga? What the fuck?
So aggressively, dog. Yo,
It's not an album.
I ain't reading no book.
Nah, Under Pressure is Logic's best shit. Under Pressure is undoubtedly his best shit.
I'm
Yeah,
going with-
I hear that around. Yeah, I hear that around the board though.
I like.
How'd you feel about his new?
Tarantino.
How'd you feel about his newest album, the College Park joint?
It's
was
good.
okay.
I liked it. I
It's
liked
okay.
it.
It's still not giving me the Under Pressure vibe. Like Under Pressure, I think that will forever be his best thing. There's nothing that I think will top it. Unless you think of like his mixtapes before that even came. But because he was hungry, like he is the definition of when he was hungry, he was at his best. After that, he was chilling. He's still talented, but he's just chilling.
I don't know, man. I could never fuck with the bull. I like that Bobby Tarantino too, John. That shit was
Bobby
nice.
But yeah, Bobby Tarantino's them Jones was right because they kind of were like Under Pressure in his mixtapes, but because they were mixtapes. But yeah.
I just think he's incredibly corny of a person. Like
He's a very
That's
weird
fair.
person.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Him and Joyner Lucas, like that nigga Joyner Lucas is one of the corniest niggas alive to me, dog.
It's a lot of people in this world, bro.
That boy, what's that nigga? Hold on, I got a list on Twitter. Hold up, we got a list on Twitter. I made a list of corny ass niggas.
Oh my god, bro.
This nigga petty as fuck, dog.
Hella
Like, why-
petty. Hella petty.
You
What is
better
that?
hope they never listen to this podcast. You're gonna be beefing with niggas. for
Who that nigga
no
that
reason.
Taxstone that nigga Taxstone beefing with?
Troy Ave.
Troy Ave, yeah, that's a corny nigga, dog.
What's Tax Tone?
Podcast shit, nigga. It's just, he's a media nigga, but he's in jail now.
Yeah. Yeah, he donezo.
2014
Yeah.
was alright.
2015 looks pretty. Was
Nah,
looks like it was
man.
pretty dope.
All right, here the list. I got the list. So it's
Oh,
it's
God.
it's Tory Lanez is number one, obviously. I hate that. I've always hated that nigga, dog.
That's your man's there, bird.
How's that my man's?
I don't know. Okay, short niggas.
That
stick
nigga ain't my
together.
man. Nah, man. Just because we both short and we both bald, do not make that nigga my man's. Hell no.
I'll never forget when that nigga stood up from that seat,
He
bro.
was the same size.
I was like, damn,
Oh shit. That was hilarious.
that's crazy, dog. All right, it's Tory Lanez is number one. Number two is the bull I just named. Number three is Joyner Lucas. Number four is Logic. And number five is motherfucker R. Kelly.
you consider R. Kelly corny?
Yeah, he's just a corny nigga, dog.
I never heard somebody call him corny.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
this,
can think of.
this is my old list. Hold on. Let me find my new
corny
list.
trying to justify what the fuck he did.
Yeah, I can consider. You can say a lot of things about R. Kelly that are very derogatory. Corny wasn't the first thing that came to mind.
Hold on, this is my old list. Hold up. Gotta
I
get
felt
the
like when
new
he
one.
dropped Cookie, that was corny.
Oh yeah, it was wild.
Turn
Yeah,
up.
that-
I'm like, come on. R.
yeah, that's R. Kelly saying "turn up" for is ridiculous.
Ooh, like an Oreo. That shit-
Oh man, I remember that. That was wild.
All right, hold on. Oh man, fuck, I can't find it. Even when I try to Google search that joint, it's like, nah. All right, here we go. New corniest nigga alive list. All right. This was from January 13th, 2023. So this is nice and fresh. Number one is Troy Ave. Number two is Kid Cudi. Number three is Sneaky
Why
O.
you hating on Kid Cudi? Why how is he corny?
Number three is Sneaky O. Number four is
What?
Tory Lanez. And number five, he's one of them blue pill, red pill, Sigma male niggas.
Oh, okay.
He's like the Andrew Tate wannabe nigga. He's a fucking dick rider, dog.
You still need to send me that video of you like going in on Andrew Tate. I want to see that.
Nah, I really don't like that nigga Andrew Tate, dog. I don't like that nigga. I don't like any of them. I don't like any of them niggas, dog. Like all of them blue pill, red pill nigga, that escape the matrix type niggas. Like, I can't stand them niggas, dog.
I'm riding with you with this one, okay? I'm riding. Go ahead. Talk your shit, my nigga.
Nah. Let me finish my list real quick. You ain't let me finish the last one. Last one is fucking Joe Biden for not pulling up with another stimmy, dog.
Nah, okay. You had me then. Just there you go.
And then I'm adding Joe Budden on there. I'm replace Joe Biden with Joe Budden because Joe Budden just been on some dumb shit lately. I don't be feeling that nigga. Yeah, he's just a dickhead, dog. He's just a fucking dickhead.
I ain't gonna hold you. I low key fuck with Joe Budden.
All right, so let's boom. Andrew Tate rant number 2. I know 2 people who watch this podcast are going to enjoy this. All right.
Tell y'all.
So boom. I just don't like that escape the matrix type shit. Number 1, right? That Andrew Tate-ism shit, all that shit, like, look up the boy Sneaky-O real quick if y'all get a chance. Look up Sneaky-O.
How you fucking spell that shit?
Sneako. He was on the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Oh, God.
Yeah, don't like them niggas neither. Don't like them niggas neither. Because listen, the one thing about that Andrew Tate-ism shit is that shit only works if you got money, dog. So what Andrew Tate makes niggas believe is that a broke nigga, right? A broke nigga like myself, I'm a broke nigga. I make good money, but I'm a broke nigga, dog. It makes a nigga like me believe just because I got a car, I pay some bills, that a bitch is supposed to just bend over backwards for a nigga. You know what I mean? Like bend the fuck over backwards. Like I'm dominant to her, right? But if I'm not, that shit only works if I'm paying her bills. She ain't gotta work. She's staying at home. Dog, like, yo, listen, I keep it real with y'all. I said it on that podcast too. The only time that shit applies is if, yo, I'm literally, you ain't working. You staying at home all day. I'm paying all your bills. I'm giving you money to go spend and go take care of yourself, get your nails done, all that shit. Then, bitch, you better be submissive to a nigga. At that point, like, you owe me. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say it because that's a little wild. You know what I mean? To say, but that's real shit. But what Andrew Tate-ism allows broke niggas like me to believe, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying me in particular, I'm saying people like me, is that, oh, I got a car, oh, I pay some bills, oh, I'm a man, oh, I have pride in myself, oh, I take care of my body, I do this, I do that, oh, a woman should just succumb to me and bow down to everything I do. And that's not the case, dog. Like, bitch, you're broke. Like, you don't do nothing for this bitch, dog. Like, I ain't gonna get into it. I'm gonna go more in on the bull Sneako and that Fresh and Fit podcast thing. Like I said, dog, the one thing about me is I don't deal with weak-minded women. So I don't ever have the problem that a lot of niggas have with women. Like, I hear a lot of these stories from people I work with, and I just be like, bro, like, who do y'all be fucking? Like, who do y'all be fucking? Because the bitches I fuck don't be on that type time, dog. They don't be on some stupid type time. You know what I mean? Like North Philly motherfucking hood rat, trash bitch. All they want is to have your baby and put you on child support type shit. Like, I don't fuck with them type of bitches. I fuck with a bitch like the bitch was good when you met her. She gonna be way better when she leave you. Like, I deal with women like that. Like, I got one bitch, and I ain't gonna say her name on the podcast. You know what I mean? But she catching it straight on this podcast. I got one ex. To me, you done fell off when you lost me, dog. You done fell the fuck off, dog. You done spiraled and went out of control when you lost me. But other than that, all my other exes, dog, they doing motherfucking good. They doing good. They leveled the fuck up. They done bossed the fuck up. You know what I mean? So when I say I fuck with bitches of quality, like I fuck with, my fault, women of quality, I fuck with women of quality. I'm not fucking with no woman that, like, I pull up on her like, yo, name 3 continents. right? Like they be doing on that Fresh and Fit podcast. They be getting the dumbest of bitches on that joint and talking about, oh, name 3 continents. They be like, oh, Mexico, Canada. And it's like, it's sad. And I see what they trying to do. What they really trying to do is show like how like stupid, like a lot of these motherfuckers do be out here. But you can say the same thing about niggas. I know niggas that literally think Pittsburgh is a fucking state, dog. And yeah, you catching a fucking stray on this podcast, nigga. I know a nigga that thinks Pittsburgh is a state, dog. I just had to tell that nigga the other day, like, dog, it's part of Pennsylvania.
Legit. That's sad.
Like, bro, like, how you from Philly, which is in Pennsylvania, and you don't know that Pittsburgh is in the same state as Pennsylvania, bro?
Philly niggas, like, they don't really know much about Pennsylvania. That's just the facts. Philly niggas do not know about Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
They know Philly, probably the Poconos, and that's it. Like,
and Atlantic City.
They probably think Philadelphia is the capital of Pennsylvania.
Right.
Shit, I used to. I ain't gonna lie.
I felt like
I used to when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was like, bro, yeah, real shit. It should be the Liberty Bell here. Anything here, like the fuck is it? Harrisburg.
I think that was a compromise years ago.
Like you see with New Jersey, that shit makes sense. Like Trenton is lit. Like Trenton look nice. Like it's got the nice little bridge. It got all that shit. So Trenton being the capital of the state makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It's like that in different states, though. To me, I think maybe it's because the governors don't want to be around a whole bunch of bullshit. Because if you're the governor and you live in Philly, that's a whole bunch of bullshit. So I would probably want to be in Harrisburg away from the bullshit too, and just let the mayor like tell me what's going on over there, where everything is. You know what I'm saying? So
Harrisburg weird though. All right, I'm gonna just Harrisburg catching a stray over here, but like, yeah, Harrisburg is a weird place.
Isn't there Amish out there?
I mean, there's Amish out in the rural areas around Harrisburg, but Harrisburg itself, it's like it struggles into figuring out what the fuck it wants to be.
Because I know I went on a field trip there when I was little, and I just saw Amish. That's the only thing I remember about it.
Look, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. Niggas be dumb, bitches be dumb, but it's just like
use computers.
Facts, dog. And if y'all know what that reference is from, you're too goddamn young.
Barnay's
We posted up right outside the Barnay's and Nobley.
Ice Cube, we ain't seen you, nigga. Every time I see you in a movie, you the same nigga.
Fuck reading. I don't even know how to read. Oh man, I'm about to watch them Jones after this shit.
Bro, I watched it a couple weeks ago with the homies, man. They was dying. That shit still holds up.
It's crazy niggas don't know about that shit. Yeah. I'ma slap this shit out you. And after that,
he's like, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking mouth. And after that, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking mouth.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, man, fuck Andrew Tate, fuck all that weird nigga shit, man. Mm-hmm. Y'all got anything y'all want to add to this before we wrap it up, man?
Nah, bro, I'm good. Well, nah, bro, I'm good. Everybody, like, y'all know me. I just be preaching, man. Be out there, be happy. You going through something, talk to somebody, and yeah, I missed y'all. Bro. We'll talk.
Listen, we gonna talk after this podcast, nigga. We staying in here. I got some shit to tell y'all niggas, dog. I forgot the one thing. I forgot about the one joint. I had something to tell y'all, but I can't remember now, man. Fuck. I had the tea, man. I had the tea.
Something about the tea.
What you got to add to this, Warren?
Nothing much, man. Listen, it's been fun doing these sorts of things. We went mad long. It's probably the longest we've ever done this. So, like, this definitely has to be chopped up.
Listen.
For sure.
Listen, y'all gonna be hearing this. This is week 2 of the music podcast because y'all getting 2 separate podcasts 2 weeks apart from each other, and they basically both music podcasts. That's how we gonna break this joint down for y'all. You dig? But yeah, that's what we doing. And my closing statement for this joint is, like Bird said, be happy. Fuck these bitches. Play that SZA album. And I'm a munch. I like Ice Spice. That bitch bad. You know what I mean? And that's it, dog. I love y'all motherfuckers. Take care. Peace out. Bang, gang, gang, gang.